What's up, everyone? I am perfect. Oh, we have two avatars this time, guys. Improvements.
Amazing.
What's up, everyone? I'm Perfectly Techno. Welcome back to the Duality campaign. This is the Evil Guys No More Light. I'm gonna drop their socials in the chat, so you guys should go follow them.
Hey,
and
while you're doing that, I have a question.
Yes.
So the post in my Discord says, "Hey fuckers, it's D&D time," with a link to you.
Oh. Well, if you're here from Dave's servers, hey fuckers, it's D&D time.
Also didn't seem like a question.
Yeah, I'm confused how that was a question. I would also like to know.
I'm just
I have a
dopamine, bitches.
I have a question. Immediately proceeds to not ask any question. Says a statement. Yeah. All right.
No. The implied question is that okay?
Yes. Well, I think I answered your implied question.
You did.
Anyways, so we're gonna go through and we're gonna introduce our characters. First, we have from left to right as their avatars appear. Hey, what's going on, Danger Water, Ellie, and Sky? Hello, everyone. What the actual fuck did you just put in my chat? Was that a prostate naked just gremlin of a man, Ellie?
Hey, I have an emote with a tongue somewhere I need to put with that.
No, you don't need to do that. You want to do that.
No, this is a visceral need.
Anyways, everyone.
Wait,
we're gonna introduce.
Face the other way. Put my face right in that ass.
On that note, I have somewhere else to be.
Yeah. From guys, I really was 50-50 on D&D tonight, but it's no longer D&D time, fuckers.
No longer D&D time, fuckers.
But from left to right, starting out, we have Sathar, played by
Me, Orion. Nice to meet you guys.
And then we have what's your character's name? You're like the linchpin of the story, and I can't remember your fucking name. We have Ridley Monroe, played by.
Yo, what's up? It's me.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
And then we have Professor Malum, played by.
Isaac. Isaac here.
Isaac, what?
And then we have Jigsaw, played by.
That me, Dingo.
The Dingo Dongo. And lastly, we have Ted the Undead, played by.
Hello! How is everybody? I'm Dave.
No, you're Ted.
I'm Ted!
You're dead.
He's Dave.
Anyways, because I'm stealing this from one of my old DMs, Orion, everybody roll me a D100.
Oh, fuck you. Don't you do this to me. This was your punishment, not mine.
You don't have to write it down, you just have to say it.
Bitch.
Everybody show me that D100 roll.
D&D Beyond, will you please behave?
It will not. Thank you for your time, though.
It really doesn't want to. Hang on, let me reload the damn page.
Oh, I need to turn on hardware acceleration.
Oh, because it does the 3D dice thing?
Yep.
It's gonna be... Oh my gosh, everybody. Hi. I'm PT. I forgot to change the extension from the last game, so I'm gonna do that real quick. So that people can see your beautiful, beautiful character sheets. Isaac's like, I'd rather they didn't. Is that a thing we can do?
No, high or low is telling the story, Steven. I'm assuming low. Yes.
Oh, low.
Beautiful. All right, I'm good.
44.
75.
All right. Good. Ridley, from your character's perspective, why don't you tell us what happened last time?
I went and got ice cream. And then we fought a bunch of demons.
Okay. You guys are picking up from the end of the fight with the Spine Devils.
Where I'm still eating ice cream.
You are still eating ice cream.
I would like to pick up my pet frog and put him on my shoulder and make sure he is safe.
Okay. Sky, I think I just changed that. It might bounce. So let me know if it changes. Malum, Sathar, and Jigsaw, what are you guys up to?
We just killed some demons, yeah.
Aurora, leave the other stink bug alone. God damn it.
Why do you have so many stink bugs in
I
that
don't
room?
know, but can you bring me some Febreze, please? Hey, Snyder Girl, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Is that not on these screens? It is not. My bad, everyone. I didn't add the alerts.
I always forget something. Every time I add a new scene, I forget something like that.
Yeah, but the alerts is a big one.
It is. I
Oh my
usually
God.
forget things like my face
Very
cam
intense
and my
matter.
microphone.
I was just fucking around with how much I was spraying that, but that was called for.
Anyways. Okay. So, you just killed some demons, Malum.
Ideal. Malum's just gonna continue to loot the place. You know?
Trying to take anything in particular?
Mostly brewing supplies.
From the end of last session, how many vials of demon blood did I get?
1.
Did I just okay. I just refilled my little container.
Yeah, because you were trying to get it while they were dissipating.
Right. Okay. Secondary question. Having lived in the city for a very long time and having a royal, how long, on average, would it take for guards to show up after a commotion?
From everything you know, they should have been here by now.
Yeah, we already know this was perpetrated on my dad.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did learn that. Okay, that's my bad. Still think that they'd show up.
You would think. I can turn Dave up if you guys are having a hard time hearing him.
Does Jigsaw consent to being picked up and asked if he's okay?
Yes. Yes.
No hesitation, just yes.
Yeah, no hesitation at all.
I truly do appreciate right now how every party has a baby.
Except this baby's just extremely ripped and like jacked.
I have an angry frog as a pet.
Well, you have an angry frog, another group has an angry bird, and the last group just treats Elliot like he's a baby.
Right. Well, fair.
I mean, like, I'm not wrong. That's actually what happens.
Yeah. No, it's accurate. It's disappointing.
Aurora, leave the stink bug alone. It's only gonna get smellier. No. Go sit. Go sit. Alright, 1 second, everybody. I'm gonna add to the stink bomb.
Well, at least she's hunting them.
Yeah, that must be great for you that she's hunting them. Horrible for me in here.
Well, it's also better for you in the long run.
True. All right. So, you're looting, Malum? Are you looking for anything in particular?
Well, I'm gonna see if there's any gold and like behind the counter, but I'm mostly looking for like, carryable keg stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's why we came here in the first place. Or that's what you guys came here in the first place, right? Was to pick up a keg? Or that was the lie. That's right.
I came here to pick up a keg for you. That was my whole intention in being in this bar.
Are those playing cards that are currently on the table actually there?
They are.
Yeah, I'm gonna collect all the games of chance that are just laying around.
You get 4 packs of cards.
Amazing. I'm gonna give one to Ridley. And ask Ted or Malum if they want one for themselves.
Ted loves games of chance.
All right, he's gonna walk over and hand the one deck of cards to Malum
Okay.
or Ted. Sorry.
I'm going to attempt to lift another deck of cards off the Rakshasa as he walks away and tell him you dropped this and hand it back.
Sathar, roll me perception. Ted, roll me sleight of hand.
You got it.
Malum, you find 8 gold behind the bar, by the way.
Perception
Nice.
is of course a skill which is found. Oh, right there. God, I'm blind.
They're in alphabetical order.
Well, nobody said I know my alphabet.
I was gonna say, if you don't know your alphabet, I can't fucking help you. I was almost said that before you started.
Alright. So, you find 8 gold. Ted, you do find your keg. I'm waiting to see your rolls because they haven't loaded for me. There we go. You
I
do
beat him by
manage to
1.
get. You do manage to, so you sense something weird, Sithar, but you don't know what it is, and then Ted behind you suddenly has a pack of cards.
I can't drop this.
He's gonna pause and say, "Thank you," and just take them and stick them back into his bag.
Puppy, down. To everybody who doesn't want to see me yell at the puppy, I'm sorry. We're trying to enforce some stricter boundaries. Okay. You take them and you stick them in your bag. Ted, you see your keg readily available.
I grab it and I walk up to Sathar.
How are you carrying it? Are you setting down Jigsaw?
No, Jigsaw's sitting on my shoulder.
Jigsaw's like 2.5 feet tall.
Uh-huh.
Is he just wrapping his arm
It's like
around your
it's
head?
like a Yoda. It's like a Yoda thing, like a Luke and Yoda.
Got it. Okay.
I
You're
I
on
would
his
like
back
to fashion
like
a
a wad.
papoose out of things in the room. To put Jigsaw in.
Well, the closest thing I can think to that's a stretcher, so roll me survival.
You know what? That's super fair.
Because I feel like that's kind of like a makeshift stretcher kind of deal.
I mean, that's a 12.
Yeah, I'll allow
And
it.
a papoose is like the cloth wrap. That,
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay.
I like it. So you now have Jigsaw in the papoose and your keg.
Carrying a keg to Sathar.
About the time they get all this done and they stop looking through everything, Ridley, you have just finished your ice cream.
But yeah, Ridley's just sitting on a bar stool, just like swinging his legs, eating his ice cream. And then when he's done, he'll look around and go, "Okay, guys, what's next?"
Sathar is gonna call Ridley over and say, "You're helping me," as he's going to open the doors leading into the back.
For Ridley's last bite of ice cream, I would like to use prestidigitation to make it the spiciest thing I can think of. Like ghost pepper. Or reaper chili.
I don't think prestidigitation changes.
No,
the...
prestidigitation can
does.
change taste.
Oh, can it? Oh,
Yep.
shit.
It
Taste,
Alright.
or
totally can.
would that change like the actual spice of it?
Yes.
Because spice is a taste thing. Just give me a constitution roll real quick, Ridley.
Okay.
It's spicy, but not abysmally spicy. You're just kind of unpleasantly surprised. But it fades pretty rapidly as the ice cream melts.
As I say, Ridley just like he takes a bite and he goes, "Oh my god!" and just starts looking for water.
By the time
I'll
you
subtle
find
spell
water,
that, so
that's fine.
to hide the fact I'm casting, I'll subtle spell that.
By the time you find water, Ridley, the spice is gone.
Ridley then goes over to where Sathar is at.
Sathar is going to
Yeah, can
look
you guys
at
move your
Rid-
tokens to where you're actually at? So I can keep track of that.
Oh,
Besi-
I
besi-
forgot. There's a. Can you post the link to the thing
It's
again?
it's just roll 20. You're already a part of the group, so as long as you go to roll 20 and connect to it.
I'm just gonna move Jigsaw to you.
I tell him that this being a bar and all, there's most likely some contraband, and we're gonna try to find it.
Okay, roll investigation.
Damn.
Ridley, you are not quite sure what you're looking for when he says contraband. But Sithar, you open a bag and it just poofs into your face, and you know you found contraband. Give me a wisdom saving throw to see how you deal with catnip.
Catnip is Okay.
I mean, you can give me a constitution one too. It's just catnip.
No, I know. I'm just saying that's contraband.
That's what you think is contraband. You crit failed.
I just crit succeeded.
Yeah, you know you found this bar's catnip stash. But you are unaware that catnip is not contraband, because when you got here they told you that drugs were contraband, and you just assumed that catnip affected everyone the same way it affected you.
Speaking of which, has he smelled the incredibly aromatic tea that I've had with me yet?
He is not.
I'll wait till he sleeps.
Right. I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna tell Ridley to start looking around for some paper, and then I'm gonna need him to hold some stuff for me.
Ridley, what are you doing?
I guess Ridley looks around for paper.
Yeah, you find like butcher paper.
Ridley brings it over to like a nearby table and sets it down. Is this good?
He's gonna look at it and go. I'm assuming it's like the parchment paper.
It's like kind of like the waxy paper.
Oh. He's gonna take it and he's gonna package it up in a small block, and he's gonna tie it off with what I assume is like
Twine.
I'm assuming there's like butcher's twine
there's
in
like- yep.
the back. He's gonna package it up in a nice little brick and then hand it to Ridley and tell him to keep it in his bag and don't let anyone search it.
Keep it in your bag and don't let anyone search.
Ridley just puts it in his bag and says, "Okay, you got it."
I love that for you.
He's gonna pat him on the head and say, "Good job, young prince," and
So
walk
far,
out of the
so far
room.
you have cut off his finger and made him a drug mule. just want to keep a running tab. All right.
Bribe
You
my
keep
family
that-
with ice cream.
You keep that, and I'll make sure to buy you some more ice cream.
While they're doing that, I look over my shoulder into the papoose at Jigsaw. Should we take apart some of these chairs and make drums?
Wait, you have him in a papoose?
Yep.
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
I built a papoose for Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Do you mean the thing that is attached to you that mothers? Because a
Yep.
papoose is not that.
No, it's like just a sling.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. A papoose is a thing that is used to hold people down on a table.
Likely
no.
more like a baby Bjorn.
Yeah.
Up.
This one I know specifically because when I was a child, I had to be held down with a papoose. I know this one for sure.
I don't think you understand that it can be multiple things.
It's
All I'm getting are pictures of a rapper when I look up the word papoose.
Anyways,
This is not helpful.
baby Bjorn. Okay.
But yes, basically.
No, yeah. Can I like find a pan and use that as like a drum for just
Sure.
to carry around?
You're gonna have to convince Ted to walk around so you can look, but yes, if he does it, you can.
I mean, we're... Okay. Here we go.
Oh, I wasn't even gonna make him look for a pan. I was just gonna give it to him.
No, I'm
Oh,
not
that-
rolling. I found a picture of... what I'm talking about is also a papoose.
Oh, you guys can settle this later. I understand what you mean, what he said. I hope chat does. Otherwise, they're just going to be very confused for the rest of the campaign.
But anyway, no, we're walking around anyway because we're disassembling furniture to make drums.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you guys find pans and stuff you can use to make drums. My question is, are you going to try to attach these to the papoose so that he can just have a mobile drum set?
I
Fuck
mean,
yeah,
I'm
I
not
wasn't.
against this.
But that's the plan now.
Both of you roll me... God, what would that roll
Engineering?
even be? That's not even a roll. Let's see. Okay. I need D&D to tell me what the crafting roll is. You know what? I get to make it up. So just one of you roll me a D20 and add 4 to it because you guys are working together.
Which one of us is gonna roll?
What are we rolling?
You're just
D20.
rolling me a D20 and you're adding 4 to it because you guys are working together.
I mean, I can roll.
Because I couldn't
Yeah, I'll let you roll.
I couldn't figure out what check I wanted to use for it. So I'm like, a D20 will work.
Well, that's a 14 plus 4 is 18.
It's not great. It probably won't hold together well if you move it anything faster than a brisk walk. But he does have a mobile drum set on the back.
Nice. Very nice.
All right. So you guys are pretty much finished up in this building, yeah?
I think so.
Yeah.
Where are you all heading next?
Back to the party, right?
Or do you guys need to discuss what you're doing?
Thara's gonna walk to the door and turn around and tell everyone that he is walking back to the party with young Ridley. And not to mention this inherently to the king, because it was in and of itself its own test. So no reason to make a thing of it. And that this most likely is not the last time that it will happen. Is anyone arguing with him?
No, not at all.
Mm.
Even if it's not the last time, like, just die. It's fine.
Well, I'm assuming you wouldn't have been called if you could be killed so easily.
Be surprised how squishy I am. Mostly the brains, bro.
He's gonna walk over and poke you.
Just
Quite
gonna say
squishy
that.
indeed.
I am poking him as well.
All right. Do it. Poke me. Motherfuckers.
You've brought this upon yourself, friend. You are indeed squishy.
Yeah, I know.
I poke him in the tummy. Parts of you more than others.
What's your strength score, Malum?
Oh. 0.
You're,
10.
Yeah, you're just regular squish. I was gonna say, if you were secretly rocking out like an 18, you would have poked your stomach and just felt those rock hard abs under it.
Yeah, but I ain't, so.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, you're technically stronger than me. I'm rocking a 4.
Remember,
You poke my stomach.
remember everyone.
You feel bones.
Multi-classing barbarian and wizard doesn't normally work, but it can be very entertaining.
True.
You have a 4 strength?
Yeah.
Get into something as a barbarian wizard, like, oh no, I'm out of spell slots. Shatters your staff over someone's head.
I had, after racial bonuses, I had a 20, 2 16s, a 12, and a 13 for my other stats. I figured I could deal with a 4 as a dump stat.
All right. So you guys are on your way back to the party. Are you stopping anywhere?
Is there a flower shop between us and the party?
Not one that would be open, but you
I
wouldn't know
didn't
that.
ask if it was open.
Yes, there would be.
Okay, I would like to abscond with as many flowers as I can carry.
Well, you're still carrying a keg.
No, I gave that to Sathar.
So Sathar's carrying a keg.
I was acquiring the keg specifically to give to Sathar.
Did you
because
take the
he
keg
was
with you
told he
from the
wouldn't be
bar,
allowed to
Sathar?
drink at the party.
I did not realize that he had handed that to me.
I know. Neither did I. That's why I'm asking now. Did you take it with you from the bar?
Sathar probably wouldn't want to carry his own stuff.
Would have shoved it in Ridley's backpack. Strength training.
Is it big enough to fit into his backpack?
Oh, it's bigger than his backpack. After all the stuff that Ridley shoved in his backpack, your block barely fit in his backpack.
I'm gonna tell Ridley he needs to roll this.
Yeah, just make him
And
carry your
it's-
drugs and your booze.
What is it?
It's the keg. He's gonna tell you that
I'm
you gotta
not-
put the keg on its side and roll it.
I'm not
push
doing
it.
that.
You're not doing that.
No, I'm not doing that.
Then he's just gonna pop a hole in it, and because I don't think he's strong enough to actually carry that distance.
There's a reason I wasn't gonna try it.
So I think he's just gonna pop a hole in it and get a drink, and then
Just a
just
single
kind of
drink?
kick it down the. Yeah, just one drink and then kick it down the road.
Okay. This thing goes just rolling down the road, just spilling alcohol from the side of it.
How
The alcohol is rapidly diluting in the rain.
how potent was that when you took a drink, Sathar?
Question, Steven?
It was probably about 40% alcohol.
Oh, so not flammable at ambient temperature.
No,
Okay. Damn.
no, it's not ever clear.
Especially not in the rain.
You realize at 50% alcohol by volume, alcohol will burn at room temperature, right?
Yes, but not in the rain.
Not in the rain.
I think
But
he
if I
meant more
stopped
about
it
blowing up the bar, and that's why I'm
and lit the
concerned.
barrel on fire and then rolled it some more.
I figured you were just gonna walk back into the bar and blow it up.
Oh no. Although that would also be fun.
Okay,
No, I'm breaking into a flower shop to steal all the flowers.
you are. Are you breaking in or like lock picking your way in?
Oh, lockpicks.
Okay, roll lock picking for me.
I'm gonna click sleight of hand because it's the exact same bonus.
Works for me.
It's a 23.
Yeah, you picked the not so great lock on this flower shop.
And I take the flowers and I walk out.
Yeah, so you guys just hear a bunch of clicking behind you as you're walking up the road. When you turn around, Ted is walking out of a flower shop with his arms full of bouquets.
Kind of just gonna pause, and then look down at Ridley and scoff. So what happens when we get there?
So you guys get there and you re-enter the party as normal. The guards let you through, etc. etc. So what are you guys doing once
Excellent.
you arrive at this party?
I would like to walk up to the owner of the castle.
So Timmy's dead?
Yeah.
Alright. You guys can move your
Name
tokens
I
freely.
don't. Rainier or some shit.
Raynor?
Raynor.
That was Raynor, right?
Yeah.
Stop that, grumbly girl. You walk up to Raynor, and he just kind of looks down at you in disgust.
I'll put the flowers on the table and I'll look at him and I'll go, wasn't very nice.
What wasn't?
It was fun. Don't get me wrong. But it wasn't very nice.
He looks down at you and goes, what wasn't?
I am crazy, not a fool. Remember that. And I walk away.
He just kind of looks at you weird. Carries on just watching over this feast that's going on in his son's honor.
Is he eating or drinking anything?
He is not.
Well, I'll watch him for the rest of the night. Anytime he goes to eat or drink anything, it will taste like literal shit.
What? All right.
Yeah.
As you watch him over the night, you would realize that he's literally not touching any food. But Ridley, Sithar, Malum, the rest of you, what are you guys up to?
Ridley, or Sithar is going to ask Ridley if he wants a drink.
Ridley will. Yeah, sure. Give me one.
He's gonna nod and walk off to the kitchen and return with 2 glasses of whiskey. And give the 13-year-old a glass of whiskey.
All right, so when you walk into the kitchen, a man looks at you and asks you what you want.
Whiskey.
He goes back into the storage room, comes out with 2 glasses and a decanter, pours the 2, and then adds 2 extra glasses in case like more people want whiskey, and he just hands you the entire platter.
He is going to take it, walk up, and hand one of the glasses to Ridley, and take the tray, set it on the floor next to him, and pick up the decanter.
Okay. Malum and Zigzag, what are you doing?
I'm just still in my little baby Bjorn. I'm just having the time of my life.
Oh yeah, the other grung they're in this room are looking at you like you're an embarrassment.
Are they within pan hitting range?
One of them is.
Just say the word. Ted's crazy. I'll have to roll.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
He
just
may
thwack him.
start a fight
Not
for
like in an aggressively hard way, but enough to like it's like a slap,
you.
but
Mind
with a
your betters,
pan.
bitch. Thwack.
Yeah, I just want to give him like a hearty thwack.
Roll to hit.
Would that be like an unarmed strike?
Yes.
Gotcha. Oh, fuck me.
When you make the lunge to whack this man with your pan, Jigzog, the entire drum set around you just falls apart and clatters to the floor.
Of our hard work. We can rebuild it, make it stronger, more powerful.
Upon seeing this collapse to the floor, Sithar is just gonna finish, down his glass of whiskey, sigh, and then fill his back up and look at Ridley's to see if it needs to be topped off.
Roll me insight. Also, Ridley, are you drinking your whiskey?
Yeah, he'll try to drink it a little bit.
Okay. Sithar, roll me insight. Sithar, you've had a lot of whiskey in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You've never had a whiskey that tasted like it had hints of almond in it.
He's gonna stop,
Timmy, give me a Constitution saving throw.
So I'm assuming he took a drink first.
He took like
Was
a
that-
little sip.
Was that before Ridley would have had his drink?
Well-
Ridley takes a sip. Oh god, that's nasty.
Ridley, you don't know what this is, but it makes you feel very sick to your stomach, and you don't like it.
He's gonna pat you. Sathara's gonna pat you really hard on the back, and like, do you cough at all when you take whiskey? If you don't like it, Would you-
That-
basically
he's-
he's
up to-
He
oh,
just
the flavor
just-
wasn't. So Ridley, you didn't dislike the flavor. That you liked the flavor. It just like as soon as you took it, you felt like you had a stomach ache.
he just holds out his glass like, oh, I don't want any more.
good. He's gonna take it, and then sort of pause and walk up and hand the glass to a random person at the party.
The random person is going to take the glass from you, confused.
And he's gonna say compliments of the king, and then walk back to Ridley and go, "Yeah, we need to go find some herbs. Come on."
About this time, after having observed the king a good chunk of the night, I would be wanting to have a conversation with Sathar.
Are you trying to pick up your drum set first? Like, have you and Jigsaw been actively trying to collect this drum set?
Yes, I at
Yeah.
least have.
Okay, so Jigsaw, you
Finally-
jump out of the papoose and start trying to collect this. We're gonna cut. Malum, what are you doing now that you're back at the party?
Malum is just continuing to enjoy the party as it was before. Mostly just engaging and eating and drinking.
Is he still shoving food in his pockets?
No, his pockets are full.
Okay. So after a while, you guys manage to collect up all the drum set, and you don't have the supplies here to put it back together. But you can at a later point. And Ted, you said you're going off to find Sathar? Or-
Yeah, I need to have a conversation with him about the king after my observation.
And Sathar and Ridley, you guys went out to the garden to find herbs, right?
Yeah, I think you know why.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Sathar, you and not Sathar. Ted, you and Jigsaw would find them in the garden looking for herbs.
Okay. There wouldn't be any, because I think we picked them all earlier today.
You picked a lot of them, but they seem to have grown back amazingly fast.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Almost magically fast.
Sathar, I think we have a problem.
Yes, we have multiple problems. Apparently, he's gonna say, he's like looking through. He turns and looks at Ted, and what is
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw? Thank you. He turns and looks and goes, "Can you guys help find something to make him throw up? Just any herb.
Oh,
That's not
Jigsaw,
poisonous."
You seem to be good at this, would you kindly?
Yeah, one second. Hold on, can I? PT, I'm gonna DM you something. I wanna ask you something before I do it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at Sathar and I'm gonna go, the king hasn't been eating anything, and I think he might be like a vampire or a zombie or some sort of other creepy, unbecoming undead.
He's gonna seem kind of unfazed by this news and go, "And if he is,
Dingo,
There are
I'll accept that.
there are literal demons in this city."
Oh, no, it's just...
So wait.
And undead.
Question.
And
Will it do what I hope it does, or will it?
If you do it real fast, I'll allow it.
Okay, yeah. So then,
oh no.
yeah. So I just don't go for any of the herbs, and I just climb onto him, and I just quickly open up his mouth and like stick my hand in, and inflict him with a little bit of like my poisonous touch to get him to vomit, and like just immediately take my hand out.
Ridley, are you trying to vomit or do you not want to vomit?
Ridley doesn't know what's happening.
Sathar seeing him climb on and like tilt his head back, he's like, "Ridley, I'm gonna need you to trust me, and whatever the hell he's doing, I'm assuming making you throw up." He's gonna look at Zigzag.
Yeah,
Ridley's
just
gonna
gives
resist.
like an.
He's just gonna pause and go, Ridley, you just drank poison. You need to throw up or you will die. It is your choice.
Wait,
Ridley will stop resisting.
That
What was
that
poison?
hardcore goth kid, I accept.
there was something that was poisoned?
The whiskey, apparently.
I wonder what else is poisoned. Maybe that's why he's not eating.
Malum, you said you're eating and drinking food, right?
Oh yeah,
Give me a Constitution
no
saving
reason
throw.
not to.
If you're eating a bunch,
Shit,
give me a
I
Constitution
forgot
saving throw at
that Malum was
disadvantage.
in there.
All right, let's go.
Who's
Let's
Malum?
go. Con save.
Ridley, you
18.
puke and you suddenly feel better. No, I said at disadvantage. You're eating and drinking.
Oh, great.
Can any of us?
16.
You do not feel great at all. You've broken out in a fever, you're sweating heavily, and you really don't know why.
Can any one of us outside PT roll to see if we like intellect or wisdom to realize that we're missing a member of the group? Because we don't really know each other that well. And like me, even in character, kind of assumed he was okay.
In character, would any of you have actually thought about him?
I have just decided that Ted has issues with object permanence. He forgot Malum exists.
Well, Sathar is more.
Would Sathar
The only
have-
person here.
Would Sathar have realized that Malum wasn't with them when he was trying to get Ridley to get sick?
Well, no, see, that's what I was about to say. I'm pretty confident the only person here that has a chance, because isn't just entirely focused on himself, is probably Ridley, and Ridley's currently vomiting.
Would Ridley realize that Malum wasn't with them?
You might think it's weird. Where's where's that professor dude?
Would he say it out loud?
All right, then you can bring it up if you so choose.
Okay.
Ridley throws up and just. So, is this the whole squad? Where's that other dude?
Sathara's gonna look around and go, one.
There were always 4 of us, weren't there?
No, there was
Oh,
the
we're
old
missing-
dude.
We're missing
The
the professor.
skipper!
Fuck.
Malum, give me another saving throw.
Nice.
Ted,
Did you, when you
disadvantage.
started
Can you go
sweating,
get him?
did you slow down on eating?
Well, yeah.
he starts sweating, just immediately
Usually,
goes, it's because I
usually
haven't
when you
eaten
get the
enough.
meat sweats, you slow down.
Okay.
So I run inside and I look for an old guy.
There is an old guy directly inside, asleep in one of the chairs.
I slap him across the face and yell,
Oh God,
"You've
he's
been
already dead."
poisoned!"
Malum, you look up from across the room and just watch Ted slap the absolute McShit out of this guy.
Interesting.
The guy is not reacting at all, Ted.
I shake him very hard, and then I think back to how people check to see if other people's hearts are working. And I go through the list of tools I have in my possession and decide against cutting him open to see if it's beating.
So what do you do instead?
I cut off his hand to see if blood spurts out. That'll let me know, right?
Well, you cut off his hand and blood starts coming out.
Oh, thank God he's still alive. We
Uh,
don't have much time, people. He's been poisoned.
When you say that, you look up, and Malum, are you looking for the reactions of anyone else in this room?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the king as soon as he said that someone was poisoned.
The king is just kind of smirking, and the Grung are just standing in the corner looking around. But you notice that most of the other guests in this room with you aren't really moving.
Oh shit.
Is
I
Is
start
the
shaking
toad-
the old guy and yelling, "Skipper, we don't know each other well, but we just killed those things. Come on, man, wake up, stay with me." And I slap him again really hard.
is
Uh,
Dingo
mm.
still with him, or is Dingo outside with us?
No, Jigsaw is with them.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm just letting it happen.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna head towards the herb garden because I know that I need to do something quick.
All right. Give me another. So as you realize kind of what's going on, you kind of start getting double vision. Give me just a regular Constitution saving throw, not a disadvantage, as you walk towards the door.
And
What'd you get?
10.
N?
Malum, you're gonna make it almost to the herb garden when you just keel over and pass out.
Do I hear him thump behind me and
Yeah.
to my left?
You watch him stumble out of the room, and then through the open door, you just see him face first onto the ground.
I turn it croaky, which is what I'm calling Jigzog now because Jigzog is too many letters. And I go, wait, is that the skipper? Who the fuck is this? And I kick the guy who I've been trying to resuscitate, and I go after Malum.
When you kick the guy, his body just kind of flops out of the chair.
Serves him right for distracting me.
When you get to Malum, he is frothing at the mouth.
I was gonna take
Sidar,
one
you would
by the
also
hand.
see Malum frothing at the mouth.
Well, I'm assuming I
have
would have
a
heard him
solution.
collapse.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand inside of his throat.
I'm pretty sure you have to cast it on an
You can-
unoccupied space, but I'm willing to allow this to happen. Malum, are you willing to allow this to happen?
Well,
Always
I
willing
think
to allow
Mage Hand,
anything
you also
to
have to
happen.
see it, but once you open my mouth, sure.
Right. Well, if you're frothing at the mouth, your mouth is likely already ajar.
Sure.
Fair.
Carry on.
Yeah, you cast this in his... You cast Mage Hand in his mouth.
And then I start wiggling the Mage Hand around, trying to get him to throw up.
Malum, you just kind of just half-heartedly puke on the ground. The problem with the Mage Hand is that most of what you're trying to puke up is getting caught on the Mage Hand.
I
When
would use
Wait,
it like
I'm
a
so
scoop
glad you've
to start
suffocated
scooping
me.
things out.
When he starts puking, can I just look at Ted and say, pull it out, lean him on the side, and smack him in the back? Malum, that is. Tell Ted to pull the hand out and then smack Malum on the back as he starts throwing up.
Ted, would you listen?
Of course, I've never been accused of having a weak pull-out game.
Well, guys, that's the session. Yeah, so, Malum, you're just getting sick all over the floor.
Disgusting. But
But
Expectable.
after a while, your eyes kind of flutter open.
Can I roll perception to see if I smell all the food that he's been storing in his pockets?
Sure.
Nope. All I can smell is
Oh
vomit.
God!
All I can smell is vomit.
I mean, it makes sense. There's two people doing that out here.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, you have no idea he stored a bunch of food in his pockets.
We're gonna be traveling later, and he's just gonna start foaming at the mouth again. It's like, where do you keep getting this?
how does this keep happening?
Like, what are you doing?
Why did this happen to me?
Me, I've made my mistakes. Wait, never been more disappointed by a joke. What joke?
Your pullout game joke. Shark Cat.
Oh come on, that
Ooh.
was a 10 out of 10.
Ooh. What? What cat? I obviously had the shark cat on. You can't get up here. You're not a cat. You're a dog. Down.
Sathar,
Yes.
how bound to the service of the man inside are you? Because the kid I like, the kid's all right, but I think he just murdered a bunch of people. And while I'm not necessarily opposed to that, we were among the people he could have murdered. That ruffles my feathers a bit.
Zathar's just gonna be sitting there kind of quietly, like, listening to you ramble for a moment, and he's just gonna cross his arms, letting you get your full idea out.
How do you think he tastes?
Probably very bitter. He's gonna kind of lick his lips at that, like, kind of at the thought, and then pause and go,
Like a grapefruit.
it is not his service I am bound to.
Fabulous.
However-
should we go solve a problem?
Is Ridley standing right next to us?
Yes.
Ridley, what is your opinion about this
You
man
wanna
talking
help?
about killing your father?
Hair
No.
patricide's all the rage these days.
No response.
Seems like he's in. Let's go.
He is just gonna kind of take a deep breath and go, is everybody inside dead besides him?
Besides him and the groom. Oh, and the bards who were still playing music.
I have an idea.
Be sure you guys
Kill the
are moving
bards
your
and
tokens.
leave.
Me too. I can make him eat the food that's inside.
Not a good idea.
Why?
Most likely wouldn't work the way that you're intending. Ridley,
So he is dead.
Yo, what's
Not-
up?
more dead on the inside, not really.
Aren't we
Dead.
all dead inside?
Some more than others. Ridley, do you know why he just tried to kill a whole bunch of people? Us included. You, I understand, but me, he's never. Well, I guess he didn't really try to kill me, but either way,
Why?
Yeah.
You
Why
found my
all the-
dad?
why? Yes, I know your dad. He likes to kill people. Why those people?
I don't know. Is there something about those people that
You can't think of anything special about any of these people.
Well, that's why they can die then.
are they like high-ranking nobles, or are they just like random ass nobles?
Not even all of them were nobles. It was like the vaguely rich people of the city.
I see. They're no one, so why wouldn't anyone want to kill them?
Are you scared? He's just gonna very plainly ask Ridley.
Me? Why would I be scared?
Well, you almost died.
Yeah, that's like a daily occurrence for me, hasn't it?
I know. I think your dad's gone a little overboard. I think
To be
Potentially this
to
was
be
just to send a
clear, to
message.
be clear, your dad has never tried to assassinate you before this point. There have been assassins, but it was very clear they came from other groups.
It still doesn't change anything I said.
anyways. He's gonna look at Ridley and say, "How would you feel about talking to your old man?
About what?
Why he just tried to kill you?
Not killing
and
us.
The rest of the group that he asked to come here.
I don't know how to bring that up.
Oh, it's very easy. You'll follow me, Ted. You want to come with, and if things get out of hand, you can lick
Force
people's
feed
eyes.
him his own entrails. You
That
got it.
too, sure.
Dave, I just sent you a message I need you to respond to. Just message me.
I need clarification of your question.
Militia of Madness.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so you guys get again, guys. Be sure you're moving your tokens when you're moving.
Well, I'm still waiting for confirmation that we are in fact going in the room.
Oh, fair.
Wasn't just gonna.
Head first, go on in.
Yeah,
I'm
full
sort of,
full
like-
sender, and everyone else like, actually, I changed my mind. I'm not going in with you. It's like, well,
Is that fitting?
Well, first and foremost, I'm gonna prestidigitation myself clean.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. All right, you prestidigitation yourself as your new bright green suit becomes clean again.
That's a good idea.
Very good.
I will do the same.
All right. You are now both.
Everyone's just covered with vomit in the foyer.
I will clean everyone.
Yeah, you clean all the blood off yourself mainly, Ted.
Yeah, that guy was a fountain, man.
All right. So are you guys going in?
I'm down.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Then before you guys do that, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break.
Okay.
I have to go to the bathroom and opportunities. So, everybody, I highly recommend everybody do the same.
Ooh,
All
Ken,
right, to everybody else, we'll be right back. We'll see you soon. All right, everyone, we are back. We've lost most of our reactive images on the top of the screen, but you know what? We'll make it work. All right, you guys have decided that you are going to go into this room with King Raynor, the 3 Grung, and the dead people.
Yep.
the dead
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, bam.
As we walk in, I look at Ridley as the child, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
I look at Ridley. Have you ever had a sentient banana speak to you and tell you to do bad things to people?
Not yet.
Oh.
I'm doing my part.
Waiting for the day though.
It's something.
Hey! Real quick, Panda's Majesty, thanks for the sub. Subscribe for 7 months. Woo! Appreciate you waiting until after break, and thank you for the sub. We appreciate it very much. It helps us get more tokens, build more maps, and make better D&D content for everybody. All right. So I just need Jigzog and Sathar to move, or Jigzog and Ted to move in.
I forgot I was controlling my own character.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Ted, can you just control mine because
I cannot.
I'm basically on your shoulder?
I can make that happen. Give me 1 second.
Are you just gonna bind his mini to mine for now?
Well, I bound it to you, but I also gave you control of it. I need to move this lady away from you real quick. Crap. No, Dave, no, don't do that. Go back to where you were. Okay, you should be able to select them both and move them together now.
Hey.
Perfect. All right, so you all enter the room. Sathar, you go straight for the king, or you staying by the group? Or not Sathar, Ted, because you moved your character all the way over there.
Oh, I didn't realize that everybody else stopped back here. I was trying to figure out where everyone was. So basically, Ted walked into the room, wandered around for a bit, and realized he passed everybody else and walked back.
Okay.
Which is pretty on brand.
So you guys walk in, and these bards are playing just a solemn song. And Raynor is still sitting on his throne, still with a smirk on his face, as he's looking at all of these people in the room who are just laying on the ground.
Just gonna,
With
like,
the
nudge the kid.
Yeah, with the silence, Sathar is going to nudge Ridley.
Again, what do you want me to do? As you push him forward.
Steve,
Hey.
high or low?
Why did you kill everyone?
High or low? High.
Oh, thank God.
Raynor looks at you, Sathar, when you ask why he killed everyone, and he just shrugs.
Phenomenal reason to potentially start a riot in the city. Was that the entire reason you were bored and wanted to kill people?
Oh, no. These were all... Well, they consider themselves revolutionaries. The guards are out taking care of their families right now.
And us?
Well, a little bit of risk. It is a first quest feast after all. Without a little bit of risk, it would have been nothing. Anyways, Sathar, can you even die from poison?
That's not important. It was more
That's-
so It was more so Ridley.
Yes, well, that's your job, isn't it, to
And
protect
the
him?
fucking old guy.
Oh,
Kinda-
yes, him too.
He's potentially useful.
He's
Yet
gonna
he
he's gonna
is
look at
still a
Malum and be like,
prisoner.
yes, also him. Maybe in the future, warning.
But
Just
that
thought.
but that would get rid of the entire point. After all, I did give you a warning. I warned the professor.
He's gonna turn and look at Malum.
Same?
Nah. Wouldn't have been eating if I knew.
I absolutely told you that there was an assassin after my son.
Yeah. Didn't say it was you.
No, but why would you eat any food or drink any wine at a feast where you knew there was an assassin?
Because you said the assassin was in the city.
Well, we are in the city.
Nah.
No, he has a point. If he combs his hair just right, nobody will ever see it. But he does, in fact, have.
He kind of narrows his eyes at you, Ted. And then
Hi.
he kind of just brushes his hair down in front of his widow's feet.
Yes, I made him self-conscious.
And then he looks at you all and go, "Can I help you with anything else?"
I would like to learn the vicious mockery cantrip.
No.
Yeah, unpoisoned whiskey. Well, I mean, whiskey. Couple ladies and some more contraband. Is he gonna nod and look down to Ridley? Oh, and some ice cream.
Sure, just come over here and I'll have the servants bring it all in.
I mean,
Anyways, I'm going to bed.
servants can bring it to the room. I'll go in for them.
If you
You know,
insist.
Gonna pause. Say, hey Ridley, you want to go up there, or you want to go to your room, and I'll just meet you there later.
I'll head over to my room.
All right. Zathara is going to walk up to the king as everyone's leaving.
What about Ted and Jigsaw?
So Ted's request is for a bowl of warm water to be delivered to him in his room in 90 minutes.
Okay, is he also leaving with Jigsaw?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, and Zathar, you're making your way across the room?
Yep.
Alright, start moving your guys' tokens accordingly.
I don't know what room is mine.
Well, I meant for the other two. Don't
Jigsaw
just
and I are
flash all the
claiming
way
this
there.
one. Jigsaw can have the bed, and I'll.
You know,
fucking
that was gonna be the
handstands
king's.
on the
That was
table.
gonna be the king's room, but I didn't set up enough rooms, so I accept this. So I'm just gonna put you guys where you're at when this call happens. Yeah. Cool.
Sure.
As you are, Zathar, as you walk up, and Ted, as you leave the room, Ted and Jigsaw, give me perception checks.
Oh no, a skill I'm not good at.
Yeah.
Can I give you a persuasion check instead?
No, you cannot.
I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Did Dingo roll another nat 1?
It's okay. I got an 18, and we're together.
Dingo, you can't hear anything but the pots and pans that you've shoved in your papoose with yourself.
Fair.
Ted, you hear the sounds of scraping chairs and boots on the ground from inside the room Sathar's in. And Zathar, as you start to walk up to the king, some of the patrons on the ground around you begin to stand up. Roll initiative.
All right.
We turn around and immediately walk in this room.
Yeah, so as you enter the room, you see these bodies standing up.
Yeah, initiative. Holy shit! That's a natural 23.
It is indeed. Ridley and Malum, you can also roll it if you want, or we can just cut between what's going on and you guys unless somebody gets your attention. Up to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say unless someone calls, I ain't doing shit. But I will roll initiative, so you know where I am, just turn wise.
Ridley, I need Jigsaw and Ridley roll. Fuck. And then I need to add all of these to the initiative list.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, so when I hear this and I see this going on, since I rolled a crit, I know the approximate location
No.
of
No
Malum,
fucking way.
and I'm familiar with him. Can I cast message to let him know that there's some sort of shit going on in the hall? And to grab Ridley and come.
I'll accept this.
Okay.
But he won't be able to make a move until his turn. Obviously.
Right. But at least he is aware, and I'm hoping he's close enough to Ridley that they can both be aware relatively quickly.
Let me roll some d20s.
How do I add myself to the initiative?
You're already on the initiative. I actually already put in your roll.
Oh, I don't see myself in the turn order.
Scroll all the way to the top.
I am.
I think
It's
there's too many things.
a person who's a 0.
Oh,
Oh,
that could also be the case. Dingo, I don't know what's going on with your luck tonight.
He is not in the chat right now.
What? Oh, Dingo left. What's going on there?
Bad things, I can assume.
Okay, his internet crashed. That actually works because I'm doing this right now. Hey, just out of curiosity, one of the nerds in the chat, can you tell me what the statistical probability of me rolling 3 17s in a row was?
1 in 20 times 3.
it's not 20 times
Cubed.
3.
It's
It's
yeah.
1 in 20 cubed.
It's 1.25%.
It's
Point
no, it's
Oh.
not. It's
1.
yeah,
Or it's
point.
0.0125. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did it. Anyways, Ted, you are first. Are you using your action to message Malum? Is that your surprise action for getting a crit?
Yes.
Okay, so Malum, you suddenly hear a voice in your head say the following.
Hey, there's shit going on in the hall. Grab Ridley. We're either having a party or murdering thing.
All right, and then what are you
Right.
doing for your actual movement and action for this turn?
What am I actually looking at? And I can roll a Knowledge Arcana if I need to.
You will not... Something has cast a necromancy spell on these. Something has cast Raise Dead on these corpses.
Something, you say.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You can give me a perception check at disadvantage because there's a lot of stuff moving in the room to see what that something could be. Because this is all like a split-second glance.
Well, the first one is a 20. And the second one is a 10.
You can't tell immediately what is doing this.
Damn disadvantage. But these are just seem to be basic zombies.
Mm-hmm. They do indeed.
We haven't had a rest since our last combat, have we?
You have not.
Croaky, can I weaponize you?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna log toss the frogman at a zombie.
Roll improvised ranged attack.
You got it. That's pretty much just a straight dex.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 7.
You throw the frog, and he makes it about, let me measure here.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
He surprisingly makes it about 10 feet, and in his papoose just comes down in a crash of...
Oh no, this would have been me pulling him out of the papoose and doing like this spin. Like I spin him by his ankles and release in a direction.
Oh, well, he makes it about halfway to the nearest zombie before just clattering to the floor, face first.
Well, fuck, that didn't work. Mage armor.
Okay. Ridley, you don't know any of this is happening yet.
What, of all these zombies being resurrected?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's abnormal in a necromancy state?
Even if you did, you don't know
Jesus
that the zombies have
Christ.
been resurrected.
I'm just saying.
So are the ones with the skulls?
The ones with the
Zombies?
skulls are the zombies. The rest are just corpses.
They lifted 8 zombies with a raised dead. That's like 5th or 6th level. That's fucking bonkers. We could be in trouble.
If it was one person who did it.
And you just threw me
If it
10
was one
feet at
person,
them.
Yes. What?
And we might be in trouble, and I'm now 10 feet closer. This was a mistake.
No, because you're good close to them, and I can support you from here.
Okay.
Minoru says, tisk tisk, imagine an evil party not suspecting food to be poisoned at every turn.
Okay, Ted is not evil, he is crazy.
But
He
you
also
are the
doesn't
evil
eat, so-
party.
What?
You are the evil party.
Yeah, but Ted isn't evil, he's just crazy. He's
Ted's just
stupid.
confused most of the time.
Right?
Alright, so, Malum, you see Ridley round the corner in front of you.
Great. Oh, is it my go?
No, not yet. But you see him round the
Okay.
corner heading your way. Talking's free action.
Guess there's a party going on in the main hall. Supposed to head back over there.
Why we just left though?
I don't know. Crazy freaking dead guy wants us back.
How would you know I'm dead?
Because there was a whole big deal about it when everyone got introduced.
Was there?
There was.
Yeah.
You denied being
Mhm.
dead, and the king said you were dead.
Okay.
Anyways.
Ted doesn't know he's undead. That's how
Correct.
crazy he is.
Alright. So what are you saying to Ridley, Malum?
Exactly that. The dead guy wants us back for a party.
Yeah, and he's not my boss. Why are we? Why are we this to him?
I mean, you have a good point. To be fair, he sounded worried, which I think that's the first time I've heard him sound worried.
He hasn't really sounded anything reasonable recently, so
That's fair. You can go to bed. I'll go check it out.
Go to bed, I'll go check. I love that for you.
Meanwhile, in the main room, Sathar, you've realized what is going on as one of these zombies tries to lunge across the table at you.
He is going to watch as this thing lunges across the table and then look to the king and say, "Really?"
What's your AC?
11.
It will hit. So this thing, like, throws itself across the table at you. And literally, like, catches the tip of your clothes as it just does 1 damage to you. Like, it gets a little nick off on you, and that's it. The king looks back at you and just shrugs again.
He's gonna hold on. Do the three grungs look like they're very intently focused?
Yes, they do. And it is your turn.
Give me a call out, please.
It's the grungs.
Thank you.
Are they still chanting? I forget. Is Hold Undead concentrated? Or is Raise Undead concentrated?
Double checking because I do not remember. No.
Either way, it's going to be the same course of action. Suggestion on one of them.
Okay. What's the save?
I just cast it, but the save is 13 wisdom.
Okay. It fails. What are you suggesting?
Them to dismiss their spell.
The grung looks at you and just waves its hands, and the zombies continue moving.
Well, I've done all I can do.
All right.
Open sesame. Done all I can do.
More of the zombies begin moving towards you, but they're moving very slowly. Almost lethargically. Malum, it is your turn.
All right. Malum will use his movement, all 30 feet of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 6. Here. Not in a hurry, because why would? Why?
Are you also using your
Seems
action to
fine.
move? I guess if you're not hurrying, you wouldn't be, would you?
Yeah, I'm not hurrying, so no.
Okay. Jigsaw, one of the creatures. Well, so it's actually really funny that you threw him, Dave. Because he crit failed his initiative roll, which means it would actually make sense for him to start prone.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
One of them is going to come forward and attack you. Jigsaw, what's your AC?
1 second. Keep 17. Keep in mind, this is the third one I've rolled
Tonight. Hey, you know what? You're almost on track to beat Ferret. He rolled 4 crit fails last session.
Oh my god.
So this thing is going to lean down and try and hit you and just kind of fall over. And it is your turn.
All right. I'm assuming do I still have the pan with me?
You do still have the pan with you.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do 2 things in one here. One, I'm just gonna try and smack it as hard as I can with this pan,
Okay.
and also in hopes of it creating a noise loud enough to notify other people around.
Like, to notify the rest of the people when they hear the bang?
Yes, the rest of the party.
Alright, roll to hit.
Would it be unarmed?
Are you standing
Or
up
what
first?
would it?
That is a good question. Are you standing up first?
Yes.
So you stand up and lift this pan off the ground in front of you, roll to hit, and yeah, just use an unarmed because it's technically an improvised weapon.
Okay.
Jigsaw's like, you think I care? That will not hit. So you stand up and get ready to swing this pan as this zombie just trudges towards you. Oh wait, that's an 8. That will hit. There are... Wow. Roll damage.
Yeah, zombies get a negative to their armor class because their dex is shit.
It's just 3.
Yep. You just whack this thing in the teeth for 3 damage as it falls and
Does it-
slumps over onto the ground. Malum,
Does
you
it
would
make a
hear this
big
from the hallway.
Bonk noise.
Yeah, Malum would hear this from the hallway.
Oh, they're drinking in there. Fun.
As this last zombie here, Sithar, tries to get up to crawl towards you, one of the zombies moving towards you kicks it in the head and it falls back down.
Beautiful.
And Ted, it is back to you.
Ted was told it was the grung. Ted is going to look at one of the grung and cast suggestion.
Okay.
Your friends look delicious and you're starving. You should eat.
The spell fails.
Why?
Because Grung know that other Grung are poisonous.
Grung are also immune to grung poison.
I don't actually think they are.
They should be. All animals are immune to poison they produce.
I can read up.
I'm just going to check it real fast, and if I see any immunity to poison, we're just going to take it as it is, and it's going to work, Dave.
Okay, and if not, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because the goal isn't for him to get poisoned, the goal is for him to attack his friends. So I would word it differently.
Yep. Conditioned immunity is poisoned. Yep, it works. Alright, what's the save?
15!
He succeeds, unfortunately. After all that, I'm sorry.
Hey, it's alright.
He rolled a 17.
Son of a bitch!
But at least now we know that you can get Grung to try and eat other Grung.
Exactly.
Sky, to answer your question, different Grungs do have different poison. At least monster-wise. As a character, I'm not sure if you can swap the poison. Jackson, I know you've had someone run a Grung before, or was it Jackson or Timmy who's had someone run a Grung before?
Me.
What do they have different poisons for different colors?
They have different effects based on their colors. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Ted, this Grung looks back at you and just kind of waves its hands in the air. Give me an insight check.
$11.
These Grung also, like, the way he's waving his hands isn't like he's casting a spell. It's like he's trying to communicate with you.
Can I use my... Can I?
I don't know what you're trying to do, so I can't tell you.
Well, I was looking to see if it was... Because I know some cantrips you can just cast as a bonus action anyway. I would like to use my bonus action to cast message so it can actually communicate with me.
Okay.
Will you allow it?
Let me look at message real quick.
It says casting time 1 action.
Then no.
Okay.
All right.
Then, oh no, I still have a bonus action.
You do.
I could have swore that was it. God damn it. And I'm gonna do nothing with it.
Okay.
Apparently.
Uh,
Because I'm not a high enough level. I'm not even a monk. Never mind.
Ridley, are you just continuing to your room? I will take that as a yes. Sithar, the zombie that lunged over the table towards you tries to lunge at you again,
Okay.
and it just blatantly misses and goes right on by. And then when it passes through the bards, they vanish and the music stops. And it is your turn.
Okay. Can I roll insight to try to figure out what the hell just happened?
Sure. Insight or Arcana?
Well, you said that afterwards. My
Well, So
Arcana is
even with an
better.
insight roll of that, you'd be aware that it just passed through an illusion. Because you know enough about magic to know that.
More so why it went after that and why there was an illusion in the first place
No,
was
it
more my
didn't. It
question.
didn't go after that. It tried to swing at you and missed horribly
Ah,
and passed through the illusion.
all right. Then I'll just pull out my daggers and swing.
The one with the snail is prone, by the way.
Cool. I'll take 2 swings of that dude.
All right. Roll me 2 attacks at advantage.
At least one of those hits.
They both hit, but so that's the first attack.
Yeah.
And the second one will hit as well. Let's see if you get a nat 20. Yeah, so both attacks hit. Roll damage for me. All right, so you slice into the back of this zombie as it's trying to stand up.
Okay.
As you rip through the clothes, it goes through, all the standard zombie nonsense. It just kind of groans at you.
Okay.
The other 2 zombies that are behind it are going to make their advance on you.
Okay.
What's your AC?
11.
So the female zombie trips and misses her swing as she trips over the body on the floor, but the zombie of the priest will hit you. And it kind of smacks you across the chest and its nails kind of cut into you with the rings, dealing 3 damage to you.
Okay.
And then across the room, you can see the other zombies are trying to surround Jigsaw.
No.
Malum, it is your turn. You have just heard a very loud thunk from inside this room. And I think you said you thought they were drinking heavily?
Yeah. Heavily drinking. And as it turns out, I don't want more people to get poisoned. And 12. There you go. That's my movement.
Excuse me.
I think
Apologize.
No, I dashed.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should be here.
Oh. Bad at counting.
I wasn't like, no, you can't move 12. I was like, if you're gonna move 12, I'm gonna put you in the right spot.
No, that's fair. I don't know how I screwed that up, but here we are.
I figure it'd be better for everybody if it works out.
Yeah.
This zombie is going to come after you, Ted.
Okay.
And it is going to take a swing at you. What's your AC?
15.
15?
16. Mage
16.
armor is still active from the fight at the bar.
Okay, I misheard you. When it swings at you, you watch as its hand harmlessly bounces off of the mage armor.
I just look at it and I go, magic, bitch!
And then the one that you whacked, Jigsaw, is going to stand back up and try and hit you again. And it is going to fall right back onto its face. Jigsaw, it is your turn.
Mm-hmm. That was next to me. That was by me before that I thwacked with the pan.
Yep. It stood up, tried to hit you, and promptly fell back onto its face.
All right, then I'd like to mark it while it's down with my warhammer. Then
So you're dropping the pan and just going for the warhammer?
yes.
All right, roll to hit for me. At advantage because it's prone. You swing your warhammer down on its back. Roll me damage. Damage and advantage rhyme. So you bring your warhammer down, slam it on this zombie's back, dealing 5 damage to it. As it kind of goes from like a half kneeling position to when you slam your warhammer into the back, it just falls and falls flat and sprawls out. But it is still actively attempting to get up. The
Okay.
one in front of you, Sithar, uses its entire turn to stand up in front of you.
Okay.
And we are back to Ted. The grung is still waving its hands furiously at you.
Can I roll an insight check to see what it's trying to communicate with me without having to waste my action on casting a spell?
Sure you can. Roll me insight.
I'm assuming they are pawns in this game too, and they need rescued. That's a 20.
It is trying to figure out if you know what the fuck is going on.
Oh, I just kind of look at it and give it a shrug and go, no fucking clue, man, but if you'd like to pitch in. And as I say, if you'd like to pitch in, I will stick my hand out, palm extended, into the face of the zombie in front of me. Eldritch Blast.
Are you going for an actual targeted attack? Or are you
No,
you're just shooting it at point blank range?
Cinematic.
Roll the hit for me.
Doing the Iron Man thing.
I do like cinematic.
That's a 19.
Roll damage.
9 damage.
You hold this thing. You hold your hand out to this thing's face as you say this to the grung, and your Eldritch Blast fires out of your head, putting a scorched hole clean through its throat.
Does it drop?
It does not, but it does try to moan at you. But because it no longer has any vocal cords, it just kind of opens its mouth.
Gurgles?
No, it doesn't even gurgle.
Oh, it can't gurgle menacingly at me?
It looks like it's moaning, but it's like a silent movie.
Since I'm in melee, I can't use my bonus action to make an offhand attack, even though I have 2-weapon fighting, right?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. I think I need to pick up Warcaster for that.
I think
to
you do
shit
as
like
well.
that. I know what I'm doing at level 4.
Up to you. ASIs are cool, though.
ASIs.
Assorted skill increase. ASIs, the bonuses you get to abilities at certain levels.
Oh, yeah, no, I prefer feats.
Yeah, most feats give like bonuses anyways.
A lot of them do, yeah.
All right, Ridley, you still have no idea what's going on.
I'm just gonna continue to my room.
All right. You do hear kind of a crackle of electricity as you walk through the door to your room.
Like in my room, or just
No,
like,
no,
down
no,
the hall?
just from vaguely down the hall.
Got you.
Oh, was that the Eldritch Blast?
That was
going
the
off?
Eldritch Blast going up.
Ridley just goes into his room and just sits down on the bed.
All right. Sithar, the zombie that went past you is going to come back and try and attack you from behind.
Okay.
And it is going to... It hits you in the back, catching you by surprise. It cuts through your tunic and does 6 damage to you.
Okay.
And then it is your turn.
Yeah, he's just gonna turn around, look at the king, and say, "This is your fucking problem to clean up. None of us are any good to you dead. This is horseshit." And he's gonna just jump across the table.
The king gives you another shrug, and give me give me a perception check. So what you notice as you slide across the table is when he shrugs, his eyes stay where you were the last time he shrugged.
Okay.
And then the zombies are going to try and crawl across the table after you, but they're not going to make it all the way because they're zombies and they're fucking idiots. And then down by you, Jigsaw, the other zombie is finally going to get to you and try and attack you.
Okay.
And it is going, as it comes towards you, it raises its hands up and it slips on the hand that Ted cut off and just falls flat on its face.
Oh my god.
Malum, it is your turn.
Did Ted see this happen?
Ted did see this happen.
Ted says, "See, I told you I got your back."
Thank you.
And Malum, it is your turn.
Tell anybody I didn't give you a hand when you needed it.
Malum, as you come in, you see that these corpses have already fallen upon your party members. And as you walk in, you see Sathar slide across the table. You see this zombie slip, and you just see Ted like chuckle.
Yeah,
What
that
is
checks
your-
out.
You also
your
see
turn.
a smoking hole in the neck of the zombie in front of me.
You do in fact see that. You also see a char mark on the wall behind it.
Gonna just take a crossbow bolt at one of the guys on Frogman.
All right. Roll at disadvantage because they're both prone.
They're prone. Oh, then I don't want to hit someone who's prone.
Because they've
Are
been
there
falling.
zombies around that aren't prone?
There is one. Well, what's the range on your crossbow?
Range on my crossbow is 8320.
Yeah, so you should be able to hit. You can either hit the one that is going. You can hit the one that's going after Ted, or you can actually hit any of the zombies that are chasing after Sathar.
I'll hit the one in red if that one's not prone.
It is not. Give me
Great.
a roll to hit.
16.
That will hit. Roll damage.
That is a good old -1. It's fine. Let's carry on. I don't know why I have a -1, but I do.
You did a -1 to damage?
What's your dex?
For some reason, yeah. -1. That'll explain it.
So you fire the crossbow, and Sathar, as you turn back, you just see the priest zombie trying to crawl over the table, and it just thunk, and suddenly there's a crossbow bolt in the side of its head. And it
Like the dirt
kind
scene from
of
Shaun of the
pauses
Dead.
for a moment, like it almost has a look on its face, like it's pondering what just happened, and then it just goes and starts trying to crawl across the table again.
Okay.
As this happens, the grung behind you that you cast suggestion on steps forward and holds its hands up and just casts what is it? Arms of Hadar?
Hunger, isn't it?
No, I think it's definitely Arms of Hadar. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right spell.
Are you trying to cast the tentacle one?
No. Yes, but it is Arms of Hadar.
Is there a Hunger of Hadar as well, or is it a Hunger of someone else?
That I do not know. But this was not the spell that I wanted it to be. So I'm going to look up the actual spell now that I remember the name. It steps past you, holds its hands up, Sathar, and just casts Burning Hands on these zombies.
No, you're thinking of Hunger of Hadar.
Uh,
That is one.
Were you thinking of Everett's Black Tentacles?
No, I looked up Arms of Hadar, and that's what popped up. And all of these zombies catch a light, Sathar.
Okay.
And this grung looks up at you and says something, but you don't understand the language he's speaking in. And the zombie that you just punched a hole clear through its throat, Ted, is going to try to attack you.
Okay.
And it is going to hit.
Okay.
It leans down, slipping past your guard, and bites your shoulder for 2 damage.
Prick?
Wait, I need to think about something. Pause. No, it doesn't. Seeing that Malum has walked in behind you, it just walks past you.
Yep. One of the benefits of being me, baby.
And then Jigsaw, the one, tries to stand up and swing at you again. What's your AC? 17?
17.
It tries to like make a feeble punch at you and it hits your chest and it just feels like a child grung like tapped you on the chest. And it is your turn. Show him how to hit, Jigsaw.
Okay.
It's whack-a-mole, Croaky.
Yeah, I'm a.
Show me that hit. Show me that roll to hit.
Give me a second. Nice.
That will hit. Roll me some damage. So it stands up and takes like a weak swing at you, and you just look at it and just slam it right back into the ground with your warhammer. As this zombie Sithar tries to crawl across the table at you, it is going to hit the already ignited and on fire table, and you just watch as its corpse burns up on the table.
Okay.
And then Ted, it is back to you.
Ted will turn around, look at Malum. Hey, Skipper, thanks for joining the party. As he says this, he sticks his hand in the hole in the neck and points his palm straight up. And yeah, this will be a targeted strike because it's cool.
Okay, so I'll give you a targeted strike. Here's the deal I'm gonna make you, right? I'll give you a targeted strike without disadvantage because your hand's inside it, right?
Okay.
If you succeed a DC 15 strength check to actually get your hand inside this hole. Because,
Eldritch Blast should be plenty big enough around hole.
but
I would rather roll the
anything
attack
big
with
enough to fit your
disadvantage.
hand in would have just decapitated it.
The Eldritch Blast is the size of my palm.
Just give me the roll, and then I'll give you the targeted attack at advantage if you succeed.
At advantage.
Yeah, you're inside its neck.
Right, but I have to roll. You realize that I have to roll a 18 or higher, right?
To get a 16? Oh, you do have a -3. We'll do
Yeah.
a 12. We'll do a 12.
I rolled a 12.
All right,
That
that'll
is
work.
what I rolled.
That'll work. You stick your hand. You know what? Just roll me damage.
I look at Malum shoving my hand in the neck of this thing. I told you to bring the kid. Sploosh.
All right.
Yeah, he was tired.
Yeah, you just.
That's max damage.
Yep.
10?
You watch as he sticks his hand inside this thing, and you just watch the entire top of its head go up like it's a political figure in Kingsman. Please tell me somebody got that reference.
I did. I love those movies.
Just it looks like a firework went off in the top of this thing's skull.
And then I look over at Sithar and I go, I don't think those guys are a problem. And I point at the other frogmen.
Sithar is going to just nod, holding his 2 daggers, and just slowly inching towards the king.
Okay. Dave, you never messaged me that second thing about the symbol.
I edited it.
Oh, perfect. Okay. All right.
when it-
So you're inching
Whenever it's
towards the
my
king.
turn. Is it actually my turn?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. No. But I accept that you are inching towards the king.
Yes.
And you can make an action on your turn. Ridley, you are in your room and you hear another crackle of electricity.
I throw my backpack off to the side, pull out my notebook, start writing in it.
All right. What are you writing in your notebook?
So today I lost a finger.
Today I lost a
Wait,
finger.
what hand did you cut the finger off of?
My left hand.
What hand is your character right-handed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sithar would never do anything that would purposefully hinder.
Well, I was just gonna have it leave a small red trail across the page as he wrote.
So today I lost a bigger blood trail.
Underlined in red.
I don't know what happened. It burnt up somehow. So now I can't get my finger back.
So now I have this cool, sick scar. I've been told that the ladies will dig it.
Ended up getting ice cream. Pretty good day, I said.
All right.
All in all, not a bad day.
This
The Hulk
zombie
meme,
starts
I see this as
crawling.
an absolute win.
The zombie starts crawling and burning across the table towards you, Sathar.
Okay.
And it is your turn.
So who's alive?
Everyone with a skull next to them. I've just been taking the skulls off when they die.
Well, considering that is considering that those three are on a burning table and I have fur, I don't particularly want to get near it.
Understandable.
So is the king? What's the king's facial expression?
Bored.
He's bored.
He is bored.
Phenomenal. I'm gonna walk over and try to punch him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
With a dagger in the throat.
No, just like in the nose, like not trying to hurt, like not trying to specifically, like kill him, just testing something.
You think he's an illusion also?
No.
Well, it's been heavily hinted at that he is also an illusion.
Oh, if he was, I wouldn't necessarily need to roll to hit.
Well, you would, but you swing your punch, and when it hits him in the chest, the king just like it feels like you just punched wood, and the king is just continuing to look past you.
Sathar is going to roll his eyes.
To be clear, you didn't feel any cloth.
It's just wood.
Just wood.
I'm gonna look at the red grung, and I would like to roll an insight really fast.
Okay.
Do I think red grungs are immune to fire?
Oh boy, let's see what this roll is.
It's an 11.
Absolutely they are.
Phenomenal. I'm gonna push the grung closer onto the burning table.
Why? Just cause?
Because he has a weapon, I don't want to catch fire, and I think he's immune to it.
To be
What
fair,
better place to fight them?
I'm sure. You watch as you shove this man on, and he just bursts into flames.
You live, you learn.
All
Hey,
right.
sometimes red means immune to fire. Sometimes red is marking a flammable explosive barrel.
As you push the grung onto this table, the other two zombies just fall on it and start tearing it apart while they burn.
Phenomenal. I see this as an absolute win.
Well, yeah, because the zombies are taking damage from staying in the fire. So,
Indeed they are.
not my pig, not my farm.
Jigsaw, it's the other one that fell over when it slipped on the hand is going to try to hit you again. And it is going to, as it goes to pick itself up, its hand slide in the blood that's leaked all over the floor, and it just plops back down on its face. Malum, it is your turn.
All right. Malum is going to. I assume this guy's approaching. Yeah, walked right past.
It is
Yeah,
dead
okay.
now.
Oh, he's dead now. Great.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Ted
exploded its head.
exploded the top of its head.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Well, I'm gonna move up to these guys and draw my sword.
The sword.
My sword.
All right.
Well, actually, it's a hand axe.
Surprise.
Nice. I'm gonna swing at one of these guys with my hand axe.
All right. Roll to hit.
And
So which one?
are they still prone?
Yeah, the one in front of you is prone. So roll to hit at disadvantage or advantage.
Thank Lord it's advantage.
Fuck you, old man. Actually, those both would have
13
hit.
to hit.
Those both would have hit. Roll damage.
Great. 2. Oh my lord. Really need these spell slots back.
All right. You kind of like half-assed whack this thing with your hand axe. That one's gone.
Picked up.
The one in front of you, Jigsaw, is going to yet again try to stand up and attack you. It is going to finally hit. As it stands up, it kind of just swipes across your stomach, dealing 2 damage. Jigsaw?
Huh?
You just took 2 damage. It's also your turn.
I'm just trying to trying to damage myself.
Have you not
Okay, there we
taken
go.
damage yet?
Finally got it. No, I have not.
Hmm.
I don't like that. That's a little concerning to me.
Interesting.
I feel like you have something in plan now. But
No, me never. I never plan.
So wait, are the zombies still around me?
Yes, one of them just swiped across your stomach for 2 damage.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
So the one that just the female one is no longer prone. The other one is still
Okay.
prone.
Can I just try and... I want to use my Warhammer to just swipe at the legs of the one that just got unproned. Try and put him back on the ground.
Give me a strength check, or give me a to hit roll. That is an 11. That will hit. So, are you going to sacrifice damage to just try and knock it prone? Or are you just swinging at its legs and hoping you do enough damage?
How battered does it look?
It's not doing too hot. It's not doing too hot at all.
Okay, then I'll just try and...
Most of its ribs are sticking out the front of its chest because you've been hitting it in the back with a warhammer.
Nah, then I'm not gonna try and prone it, like give up damage. I'm just gonna try and damage it.
Alright, roll damage. You hit this thing and it remains standing, but you hear its leg crack.
Oh. Okay.
And then the other one that was crawling across the table, Orion, is going to succumb to the flames and just become a charred skeleton.
Phenomenal. What of the Grung?
The Grung is still fighting for its life. It now has a shimmering like shield around it. Watch, he's gonna come to believe that's their fireproofing. All right, Ted,
Just
it is your turn.
It's Ted's
Not
turn
dead
again?
yet.
Yeah, that brings us back to Ted.
Ted's gonna walk over here.
Okay. Is that it?
And Ted's gonna, again, not really looking at what he's doing, just kind of putting his hand in the direction of the zombie, the lady zombie. And he's gonna look at Jigsaw and go, Croaky, I told you I'd always have your back. Eldritch Blast.
Roll to hit at advantage because you're flanking.
Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong one. So with 15 and a 19, so 19
right.
hits.
Roll damage for me.
8.
There is just a hole punched in this thing's back, Jigsaw, as you look at it. So you did.
Apparently, I got part of its back too.
Okay. The remains of its ribs that were sticking out of its chest just fully blow out of its chest. And it continues to stand there and groan at you all.
Yeah. Resilient fuck, isn't it?
Yep. Ridley, how goes writing in your notebook?
I had chocolate ice cream today. I know Sethar has told me that I need to be more courageous. So next time we get ice cream, I think I'm gonna go for that cotton candy.
Thank you for your input.
Dear diary, today I became a man.
So this zombie is going to give up on the grung as it stops moving, Sethar, and come towards you. I stacked all
Okay.
the tokens too tight, and now I can't move them. And it is going to... It's going to hit. Scale of 1 to 10, how flammable would you say you are?
Well, I don't know how flammable I actually am, considering I am.
Let me ask you this. I'll give you the choice on this one. Would you rather take double damage or catch on fire?
I mean, I'll catch fire. I'll catch fire. I was just gonna say I'm from the Nine Hells, so I'm not sure how flammable
True.
I 100% am. I just don't necessarily want my beautiful fur to burn.
Your beautiful coat tarnished. Well, luckily,
Exactly.
luckily for you, so it's going to hit you and deal 5 damage as you feel the heat coming off it, and as it catches kind of the front of your, I'm assuming you have what typical Rakshasa wear, like the very flowy clothes.
Yeah.
It hits the front of your shirt, and your shirt catches fire. Very minimal amount of fire thus far, but it will definitely get worse unless you do something about it.
All right.
And then it's still on fire, so it's gonna take damage, and it is your turn.
He's going to step back from it and try to
Move
put out the
forward, okay.
fire.
All right. Use it. We'll say it's only the size of his hand right now, so we'll say a bonus action to put out the fire, and then you can use your action.
All right. I'm
So-
pretty confident.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that the
That's the what?
king is wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shove him into the on fire, dude.
As you shove the king, a mannequin topples out and the king's illusion vanishes. As the mannequin just falls on top of the zombie.
The knock back onto the flaming table.
No, it just knocks them both prone on the ground.
Phenomenal.
And then is that all you're doing?
I shove is an action, movement, action, bonus action. I think that's it.
Perfect. The other one's going to come towards you and also try to hit you. But it is as you shove, one of the arms of the mannequin is going to catch the zombie of the priest, and it's just also going to be knocked over.
Phenomenal.
Jigzog, the one that is still prone, is actually just going to stand up and try to attack Malum. Malum, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, great. Nice.
Wow, an unnatural one.
Yeah.
The zombie reaches out, and you feel it wrap its hand around your boot, Malum, as it pulls your feet out from under you, and when your head cracks on the pavement, you take 2 damage. And it knocks you prone, but it is your turn.
All right. Well, I'll use my movement to stand back up.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pull. Sorry, I just need to read this real quick because I might be able. Nope, I cannot. The dagger it is.
Dagger, the hand axe.
A hand axe. Sorry.
Man's out
hand
here
axe to
thinking
his
he's
face.
finessing, being clean, stabbing. Reality, he looks like a psychopath, axe swinging up and down.
The 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then 2 damage.
Splendid.
Yeah.
It is still prone though, so give me one more to hit real quick, just to see if you get a nat 20.
Fair. Nope.
Okay. Jigsaw, in the continuous dance that is your life, the zombie is going to take a swing at you. And it is going to miss horribly as its chest is just blown out from behind by an Eldritch Blast. And it is your turn.
All right. So the one that has been just me and Ted, I'm gonna try to hit it one more time.
All right, give me a roll to hit. That'll hit. Roll damage. All right. You swing your warhammer, and you bring it up, and it hits this zombie in the chin as it leans down to attack you again, and just takes its head clean off its shoulders and sends it up into the ceiling where it becomes tomato paste on the rafters.
Nice.
I would like to high five Croaky.
You can do that
I will
because it is your
high five.
turn.
I high five Croaky as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then I just walk over the corpse to stand behind this one.
Okay.
And I look at Malum and I say, you might want to duck.
It's prone.
As I just put my hand against the
It's
back
prone.
of its head, Eldritch Blast.
Just roll me a regular because you get an advantage from flanking, but disadvantage from targeting. Just roll me a regular attack with Eldritch Blast. The odds of you not hitting are...
That's a 14.
Yeah, that'll hit. Roll damage.
2. That is my first bad damage roll.
You put a hole through this thing's head, and its face disappears, and it is somehow still moving.
I'm assuming it narrowly misses Malum's head.
No, his feet, because it's prone.
Oh. Alright.
They're just... the Eldritch Blast just chars next to the toes of one of your boots, Malum.
That's fine.
Ridley, what's going on in your notebook?
I think Sethar's enchanted my room somehow. Every single time I turn off the light, it just doesn't get dark. And I don't know why.
Oh, no. Oh, also, you hear more crackling noises coming from down the hall.
Why have I turned Eldritch Blast into Inflict Wounds? Why is this a thing I have done?
I don't know. Inflicts wounds deals more damage.
Yeah, but I don't have it yet.
I know. Sethar, it is your turn. Both of the zombies on the ground in front of you are prone.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lean down and one stab to each of them.
All right, roll me 2 attacks at an advantage.
Oh, that'll hit. That'll still hit. Damn it. Give me a 20. That's not a 20. You're not listening to me. That's a 3. Come on.
And then give me 2 damage
Head in the
rolls.
game. Ooh, all right. That's fine. Good enough.
All right. The one with the mannequin under it is still moving, but the priest dies when you just reach down and just stick your dagger through its head.
All right.
The one that you didn't kill is going to throw the mannequin off of it and stand up as its turn.
Okay.
And then the one that is in between all 3 of them is going to try to stand up. And succeed. So Malum, it is your turn.
Dagger. I mean axe. Hand axe.
This is going to be a theme, isn't it?
It
Alright,
is.
Roll to hit.
This is what we get for...
Roll to hit at advantage. Because you are all flanking it.
Nice.
Roll damage.
Yay, 6.
All right. You bury your axe in this thing's chest. Stop killing yourself, Ted. You bury your axe in this thing's chest as it looks at you and kind of swings its arms around. Jigzog, it is your turn as you watch Malum bury his axe in this thing's chest.
Is it dead or is
No,
it?
it's still moving. It is now faceless with a hole in its chest and still trying to move around.
Okay. Can I like run and then use Malum sort of as like a wall to like hop off of and then jump and try and smash down with my warhammer?
Or are you just trying to jump like off his thigh and then just Superman hammer
Yes.
this thing?
Yes.
Roll me an acrobatics check. Frogman, if you're bad at acrobatics, I'm gonna be real pissed off at you.
Oh my god.
You run. Okay, give me an attack roll.
Gonna be an attack roll against me.
And then roll me damage.
Can't wait.
So you run forward to jump off Malum's thigh, and as you jump into the air and swing your hammer up, not knowing what you're trying to do, Malum takes a step back. So instead of jumping off his thigh for the ultimate power jump, you just slam your warhammer into this thing's groin and deal 6 damage to it. And Ted, we are back to you.
Is the thing still on the ground?
Nope, it is standing up now.
There's a hole in its head.
There is indeed.
Can I try to put my hand in it and point my palm down?
Sure. I'll just allow it. It's a big hole. Roll to
you
hit an
should have died the
advantage.
first time. Eldritch Blast.
All right, roll to hit an advantage.
So that's a 13. And that's 14.
Roll damage.
And that's another fucking 2.
It does. So, Jigzog, as you bring your hammer down, you see that coming from its neck is just a bright light that is rapidly traveling from top to bottom. Right before all of its guts just shoot out onto the floor at its feet. And it is still moving.
Ooh.
Ridley, journal entry?
I also wonder if one of my new friends can control light. I mean, sometimes I see the light randomly change for unknown reasons.
And Sathar, it is your turn.
The one in front of me. Does the one in front of me at least look like hurt?
Oh, it's very badly hurt.
All right, yeah, stabbity stab.
Roll to hit.
Stab. All right. Oh, second stab.
The second one will hit.
Oh, thank fuck.
Roll me some damage.
4.
Wow. You stab it and it drops.
Woo!
It had to make
Easy.
a saving throw to see if it died, and it rolled a 2.
Oh, easy. Holy shit.
All right. And it is going to... The zombie is going to turn around and try to take a swing at Ted. And it is
I
going
will
to...
let it hit me.
Yeah, it just... It smacks... It literally just, like, drags, like, a slimy hand across your face and deals 2 damage to you.
Hellish Rebuke.
That'll work. Roll damage.
23.
Yeah.
As my eyes turn the sickly purple and I go, no.
So Jigzog and Malum, you watch as this thing kind of half-ass slaps Ted. And he looks at it and goes, no. And then you just watch this thing disappear in a pillar of flame. And it falls to the ground dead, and combat is over.
Zathar, while we were having our fun, I thought of a thing.
The two grung are going to walk over and drag the other grung out of the fire. And then one of them is just going to pull out a diamond and fucking revivify it.
If someone doesn't know a burrow from a burrow, they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground.
Sathar, watching this person get revived, is gonna blink and turn and just stare at Ted and say, "What?"
Because a burrow is a donkey, also called an ass, and a burrow is also a hole in the ground.
The only ass I see in this room, he's gonna turn around and he's gonna look and go. He's gonna look at the on fire mannequin and go, "Well, not many anymore." Anyways,
Roll perception when you look at the mannequin.
what?
Roll perception when you look at the mannequin.
Nope, I ain't. Oh, that's a 7, not a 1.
It's starting to burn, but there be symbols on that bitch.
Roll Arcana.
Not magic symbols, like people
Oh.
symbols.
What
Like
symbols?
language.
You can't make out what they are though because fire.
Hey, Ted. Can you prestidigit magic
I
bullshit?
put the fire out. Prestidigitation.
Thank you.
He puts the fire out, leaving a charred mannequin in front of you. And once you
Can you
see,
clean? Can you clean that up? Like,
Mending.
isn't you have to be touching it to mend? So please move.
Yeah, I'll
token
walk
for
up
me.
and touch it. Mending.
Just please move tokens. So.
Oh, yeah. I run my game Theater of the Mind, because I don't know how to use Roll20 yet.
Well, the best thing I can tell you is to just learn how to use Foundry instead.
yes, I can talk you through Foundry. Way better system.
What is Foundry? And yes,
We'll
tell
talk
you
about it after.
You clean up the chars, and there are two very distinct symbols on this. On the face is a carved smiley face with angry eyes.
Still better than smiley face with nose.
Oh, okay.
And on its chest is a broken merchant scale with a cracked crown adorning the pinnacle.
I take it Ted knows exactly what this is.
You do indeed.
Oh. Well, this is fun.
Would you like to share with the class, Ted?
Yeah. So this is the insignia of the Militia of Madness. Apparently the king pissed somebody off. Quite possibly the patriarch.
The militia.
The king is the patriarch. What?
No.
Wrong patriarch.
The
Too many patriarchs. I'm not even in the room anymore, so I shouldn't talk.
Oh.
The Primarch of Pandemonium is likely upset. This is fun.
That explains why we've had at least 3 attempts on our life. Why give us something to do though when we came here? Whatever.
No. My question is, when was the swap made?
Most likely, last night. His nightly horror routine is pretty well known.
Yes, but we had a in-depth conversation with him earlier. This is meant to be some sort of illusory simulacrum, which has not communicated with us directly for some time.
That's a good point. I mean, we
swap,
left?
The swap was likely made after we left.
A swap within the castle walls within an hour?
You know how I said that I might be a little crazy, but I'm useful? Imagine a small army of me hell-bent on doing one thing. And the
What is that
ability
one
to
thing?
Shift fate at a whim. Kidnap this guy, of course.
Make it a make it a goal often to kidnap random kings?
Based on the symbology here, I don't know that it was random. And also, this isn't the Dark Brotherhood. This is the Militia of Madness, which is a organization within the Dark Brotherhood that is essentially a task force. They're the best, the brightest, and the most dangerous. They also get the best fucking toys. I would like some of them.
What, simulacrums being some of those toys? It's not easy magic to obtain or to hold, especially at this distance.
This was a simple illusion with a mannequin in place to make it seem more real. A simulacrum
is not easy to make. I'm aware.
Yeah. No, the toys I'm referring to are things like, I don't know, guns that shoot sadness at people. Not
that is
bullets,
fun.
Actual sadness. Shoot that man, and then he gets sad and jumps off a bridge.
Well, you know, as far as I can say, you just end up in the Nine Hells, and it's really not that bad as long as you get there around summertime.
I've heard summer in the Iron City is beautiful.
It can be. The screaming tends to get a little around, around, well, what would be night up here. But otherwise, very enjoyable. As long as you lean into the screaming, serene.
I mean, I doubt that would be a problem for me. I constantly hear it anyway.
You might want to get that checked out.
Yeah, it's a side effect of where my ability comes from.
Oh, wow.
We don't all start crazy.
We all end up it.
Well, you know what they say. You live long enough to be the hero or you die. Or something like that. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I guess we more figure out which one of us pissed off this pandemonium because...
Oh, it wasn't one of us. If it was one of us, we would be gone. It was the king. Guaranteed.
Well,
otherwise the king
sucks for him.
Be here.
Sucks for him.
As far as I'm concerned, that's a him problem.
Ridley is still safe. My covenant is still intact.
And it seems the others, as this guy is missing, have been released from their burden of promise.
Sathara is going to look over at Z-Man. Zigzag, yes. His name is Z-Man. Roll 20. And say, hey, you speak frog, right?
Can you talk to these guys, Croaky? Can you translate?
Yes. I mean, I'm a little rusty, but I can try.
Oh, but before you talk to them, the red ones are fireproof, right?
They are absolutely not fireproof.
I just look at Sathar and I go, you watched him catch on fire.
Smash cut to Ridley.
Yeah, smash cut to Ridley. Ridley has your journal going.
It's almost like the sun just goes out and there's just complete darkness. I don't know what's happening. I should ask Sethar about this later. Or maybe the professor. He might know.
Speaking of Ridley, let's get him involved. I'm going to point towards his room through the wall and cast message. Ridley, unless you want me to remove an entire hand, get your ass in the hall! And I will attempt to do it in the voice of his father. And I would like to roll either a performance or a persuasion.
Give me a performance check.
I rolled a 7 because I rolled a 2 on the die. So it's very obviously me trying to sound like your father.
This sounds vaguely like your dad, but mostly like Ted, and you would just be like confused because you know your dad doesn't know magic.
This weird guy tried to talk to me recently.
All right, back in the main room, the three of you are standing there with these three grub.
When he says you watched him catch fire, Sathar's gonna go, I can also catch fire. Doesn't mean that it's more a nuisance than it is deadly. You're all flesh boils and sizzles and crackles in the most fun way. My hair just kind of burns off.
See, and I'm that way, but with cold.
Oh, there's. Sathar's just gonna kind of like mumble and go. Anyways, Croaky, right? Yes.
Sure.
What
yeah.
What are they doing in the corner?
All right. Can I just I'll walk up to him and just start off with asking them. I'm gonna assume they're one of the. Hold on, I'm pulling up my source. The Vrung, right?
They are the Vrung.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to pull up to him and just stroll up to him and be like, so, I'm a frog. You're a frog. I think we can be civil about this.
One of them looks at you. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate that. One of them looks at you and goes, "You are the one from the papoose."
I mean, yeah, but if you think about it, biologically, we aren't that different, I think
No.
we can get along, and
the Vrung are far superior
yeah.
to you.
If you're far superior, why didn't you just
Vrung.
whoop our asses with those zombies? I just took one head clean off.
We did not summon the zombies.
Do I see that they're being uppity?
You can't tell what they're saying.
No.
Just
But
seeing
based on
2.5
body
feet
language.
tall frogs debate.
Roll me insight at disadvantage because I don't know how much you would know about frog body language.
Yeah, you know what? That's super fucking fair.
Frog body language begins speaking. Ah, yes, obviously irritated.
That is-
The
Happiest
first
the
one
frogs
is a
ever
9,
been.
the second one is a 20.
You have no idea that they're being uppity to you, boy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just asked him, what are they saying?
They apparently claim that they didn't summon those zombies. Those were completely different.
Oh, yeah, no, that wasn't them.
So, what exactly should I press them on then?
What are they doing sitting in a corner? The other people were an illusion, and they're the only people still alive. Well, I guess they're... What? Okay, if you guys aren't immune to fire, are you immune to poison?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'd like to believe that all of us are immune to poison.
Are you immune to cyanide?
Poison. Yes. I'm assuming they're so they obviously understand Sathar, but they're responding to you, Jigzog.
So, wait, when you said poison, yes, you mean immune to poison, right, BT?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, apparently they're immune to poison. Cyanide, I'm not so sure on. But I'm assuming cyanide is a form of poison, so I mean...
Yes, it's a type of poison that you flesh bags tend to freak out about. Okay, so you have nothing to do with them. You just happen to be immune to the only poison in the room, and they're the only ones left standing?
They kind of like
Well, yeah,
look at each other, then they look at Jigsaw and go, "Yes."
Yeah.
Who are they?
So yeah, what brings you here?
We invited.
Yeah, but on what accords? Why?
We Vrung.
Yeah, that's been established, but
Yes. Vrung
I
go
got
to
invited
every
to
feast.
protect a little prince boy who's off riding in God knows what.
Yes. Vrung go to every feast. Is Vrung diplomatic position?
I think that's a load of bullshit if you ask me, because your whole mentality back in the day was a whole warmonger belief.
How you know
and now it's
Krung?
peaceful. I know the Vrung.
How you know
I know
Krung?
much more than you think.
You don't know
I
Vrung. You
graduate-
Krung. You lower.
I look at Croaky and I go, are they being helpful?
No, absolutely not.
The one I saw pull the diamond out and cast the spell that got the other one up.
Mm-hmm.
I walk up to him and I put my hand on the top of his head, and I ask
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
undead.
Ooh.
Sneaky poison immune bitch.
I'm not immune. I'm resistant, apparently.
Oh, then give me a Constitution.
But I also
saving
wear
throw.
gloves.
Oh, well then yeah, that'll do it. You'll be fine.
Steven's
have led with
emotional
that.
roller coaster
You
going
could've
all
just
over the
led with
place.
that. Right.
I put my
Anyways.
hand on his head and I look at him and I go, "You saw what happened to the zombies, right? Be helpful now."
The Vrung is going to look at you, Dingo, and say, "We were helpful. We helped kill zombies."
And
They claim that they helped kill the zombies, but I think that's a load of bullshit if you ask me.
Who set the table on fire?
The red one.
Well, Sathar was asking that in character.
Oh.
Wait, is Sathar wet?
The red one raises his hand.
No.
That one lit the table on fire.
Okay, they did help kill the zombies, but
Was it intentional? How do you know they weren't accidentally trying to go for us and missed?
Because that happened right after I said, "Hey, you should help out."
look, honestly,
Mm.
we have been in this room for far too long. We have almost been killed 3 separate times, apparently by some ragtag group that I've never heard of.
You've never. How?
Look, he's just gonna hold out a hand as soon as Ted starts talking. Go, just. I've had bigger priorities in my centuries on this planet than dealing with a group of jokesters. As funny as they are, actually, very funny stories, but not somebody I've particularly become acquainted with. We need to decide what to do with these 3. He's just gonna pause and begin talking in Infernal to see if any of you know the language.
No, but as it's related to Abyssal, I'll be like, "Do you understand Abyssal?"
He's
In
gonna
Abyssal?
he's going to respond in Celestial to see if you understand Celestial.
Is he
I'm
responding
gonna
yes
cast
or no?
message, and I'm gonna keep casting it so we can just talk to each other telepathically. Fuck this.
Beautiful. Yeah, we need to decide whether or not we need to keep these people alive. We have literally just dealt with 3 different assassination attempts, and I don't know if we can actually trust these people.
Well, my thought on the matter is if we kill them, then there are no witnesses to say that we made it out alive.
That is also true. That is a very good point. Wait, does
And as
Ding-
much as the idea of killing people for no reason is
Oh.
icky, self-preservation wins out.
it's not particularly. He's gonna stop and go. You don't even necessarily need to kill him. I got an idea. I need to go grab Ridley though.
You grab Ridley. I also have an idea.
You watch them. Don't let them leave. I may need to call some friends of mine. They might. Some testing might be in order. I was gonna say as he claps or snaps his fingers and walks out of the room to go grab Ridley.
In the meantime, I just want to try and give a history lesson to these Vrung about how their whole people were cowards and left during the war, and give them a whole mansplain history lecture.
They are responding to you by saying, "Then how come they're free and you're a prisoner, and the Grung capital belongs to the Vrung?"
Damn, they got a point.
I mean, maybe.
I don't actually think they have a point. I think you could kick their ass.
Smash cut the Ridley.
Roll intelligence, Dingo.
Okay, one sec.
Smash cut to Ridley as Sathar comes to get him.
last line in the book, in my page is, I gotta figure out which one of this party is a shadow sorcerer. Close his diary.
As
Sethar
you
just
close the diary,
flips
Sethar
the door
comes through
open.
the door.
Oh, what's up, Sethar?
I got no life.
Lights are completely off, by the way.
Dingo, you know they're wrong, but you don't know how to dispute it. Because what they said makes sense.
Yeah. Actually, wait. I have a suggestion. Can I just? I'm assuming I still have the pan. Can I just go for an attack again?
Roll to
Just
hit.
trying to whack one.
Roll to hit.
Sethar's gonna walk into the room with Ridley and go, so your dad has been kidnapped, not actually in the room, totally fake, everyone else is dead, zombies showed up, killed them all, we need to go sell some vrung into, we need to go give the Institute a couple of vrung.
Dingo, roll damage.
Let's go. He's gonna say as he turns and walks back out the door.
Ridley cough, surprised. Okay. Throws his diary into his backpack, grabs his backpack. Follows
Alright.
Sethar out.
You guys make it right back to the door of the main chamber, and as you're making your way up, you just see Zigzag with the red grung on the ground, just mercilessly beating it with a pan.
Just don't kill it.
The other two Vrung look unconcerned.
You just hear like me in the background just being like, "Stupid fuck! This is what you get for looking at me funny earlier, you dumb bitch!" And it's like smacking it constantly.
Yeah, the other two just
Callum
look
immediately
unconcerned.
wakes up from his sleep. I've got a fucking idea, and darts into the main hall. Sorry, carry on.
I'll accept it. Welcome back, Isaac.
As soon as he sees Sethar, prestidigitation to frizz up his fur.
Zathar, as you're walking up, your fur just suddenly just poofs like you just came out of a dryer.
Like static electricity on end?
No, like they put you in a dryer with a bunch of dryer sheets and you came out as a stuffed animal toy.
He's gonna stop, look at his fur for a moment, and then turn, look at Ridley, and go, "Did you get into that block?"
Did I get into that block? Oh yeah, the drugs.
Yes. No. Are you sure? Can I see it?
Ridley pulls out the block.
He's gonna go look at it and go, "Huh. All right. What do you think? Does this look good?" He's gonna start like shaking slightly, letting his fur like flow in the wind.
You look larger.
Intimidation +1.
I would say -1 because he looks
fuzzy kitty.
He looks bigger, but his face looks fucking stupid now.
Well, you can't see his face.
To hug Sethar.
Ted is?
Yes.
All right. He's just gonna put his hands up in an awkward way and like put his hand like in between himself and Ted and just like slide it down and then just push him away. Be like, "What are you doing?"
The whole time this is occurring, Jigzog is just straddling this red grung, beating it with a frying pan.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm ignoring that. That's between them. I'm assuming he said something stupid and he's getting what he deserved.
Hey, Zigzag.
Zigzag. Oh my god.
He doesn't know his name, so he keeps calling him other things.
No.
All right.
And then Ted will say, "It's Croaky. I named him Croaky."
All right.
He just looks over at him with like bloodshot eyes, and he's like, "What?" In the most monotone voice ever.
How would you like to sell them? Well, less sell, more donation.
Donating them to what?
The Institute.
For science.
Can I keep one as like a beating bag?
We can talk to the Institute about it, but I mean, they'll just run some magical experiments on him.
My pet needs a manservant. We should give him the
Yeah, I'm willing to compromise.
Excellent.
By the way, do we install new lights in this place?
Zathara is going to look around, and I'm assuming is the room well lit?
Oh yeah.
Well, with dark vision, it's gonna probably look very well lit and probably the same amount of blinding light as normal, and be like, nope. Why?
Huh, weird.
Did you get into my catnip?
I don't think so.
Oh, Sathar, that reminds me. And I pull my water skin out that has the catnip tea in it,
Okay.
and I open it, and I put it near your face.
Zathara is gonna take it from you very quickly and take a swig.
Give me a Constitution saving throw. What does catnip actually do to cats? Do they hallucinate? Does it just like wig them out? I need to know the chemistry
If
of
the
cat
cat,
drugs.
as near as anybody can tell, is like weed to a person.
Got it.
It
I don't-
reacts a little differently for all of them. Some of them get super chill. Some of them spaz out.
Well, Sathar feels like I feel right now.
Phenomenal.
It also tastes really good from the other herbs we shoved in it.
Jigsaw, the red one stops moving, and the blue one just reaches down and touches him in his wounds heal, and he opens his eyes, and you just go back to beating him.
I'll go sit down next to the blue one, and I'll go, this is kind of fun.
The blue one's just gonna look at you and croak.
You know, I've heard you guys think you're better than, like, his guys. But at least he can fucking talk like a person.
You're not gonna understand this, Ted, but Jigsaw, you will. He says, the Vrug says, that's because he speaks the language of lower forms.
I'm just gonna like more aggressively beat the shit out of this red guy.
What was that, Dave?
Tell me the blue guy says that.
He does.
No. I need Jigsaw to tell me what he
Oh.
said. I need someone to translate.
The question is, does Jigsaw secretly believe it?
I mean, sort of.
Well, but if you're so rusty that you're like, I'll try, I'm rusty, is it really the language of lower forms?
I mean,
you are currently on top of this man, beating the shit out of him.
yeah, I was gonna say.
So you've proved yourself stronger than he is. So is
No,
anything
no.
you do really?
He's not. They're not saying that the fact.
Oh
that,
no, I know what they're saying. I understand. What I'm saying is like him as of Vrung, they are saying that their way is better, but they just got their shit kicked out of them by somebody who has embraced both sides. So like,
Well, the statement they just made was that just all Grung are better.
Yeah, so I'll translate it, but I'm like doing it in between punches and just getting more and more aggressive with my punches.
Can you say
this-
that how you would say that for me then?
Basically more of
entertain
like this dumb fuck punch thinks he's better than me punch because he speaks a fancier language, and then another punch, and he owns the capital, and I punch again, and then just keep going.
And I turn to the blue one. He didn't say anything.
The blue one just looks at you confused.
And I'm pointing at the red one. The
Oh.
only one that said anything was the blue one, who I had just talked to about the fact that he doesn't speak common.
Yeah, no, this is just more self-esteem issues than anything else. Everything that's being said to him is just blocked out by pure rage.
All right.
So Thar is going to hand the bottle to Ridley, and then proceed to stare at his very fluffy arm and begin to slowly stroke himself, just like up and down along his arm,
On
feeling
arm? Okay.
feeling the fur. Fuck you.
I was really hoping you were gonna
Oh, the
clarify
red
on the
begins
arm
to
too.
stroke
To be
one
honest,
That's why I said on the arm first.
Malum, what are you doing? Malum.
Sitting back, watching this hilarity unfold.
All right.
But to be honest, Malum's pretty tired. And so he's just sitting or standing, leaning up against a wall, watching these people beat the shit out of frogs, and the tiger contemplate the fact he's poopy now.
I'll walk over to Malum. On my way, though, I'm gonna try to hug Sathar again.
All right. Sathar, are you now letting him hug you?
He is going to kind of pause for a second, and then speak in Infernal, and pat his head for a moment, and then push him away, and walk over and try to he's gonna lean down for a second and try to grab one of the rung, and then pause and think about it, and then turn around and say something again in Infernal to the group.
Yeah, what'd you say?
What's he saying in Infernal?
You grab him, carry him to the Institute. Only people with gloves. That should work. Don't. And then he's gonna stop in the middle of the sentence and start rubbing his arm again.
Ridley's gonna walk up to Sathar and touch his fluffy fur on his arm.
He's gonna pause for a second, look at Ridley, and say, still in Infernal, I don't think I've ever been this fluffy. Continue to rub his arm.
Just Sathar, you're super fluffy. And then there's some static electricity that comes out of Ridley.
Oh no.
Are you accidentally casting a spell?
I don't know if he's maybe. He's just there's like a little bit of
Shocking
electricity.
grasp.
There's just
Shocking
a little bit of
grasp.
electricity coming out of his hand as he like rubs the fur.
All right.
So sparkly.
So sparkly?
So sparky.
All right, so
Oh my god. Ted just realizes Sathar is really fucked up. And Ted has a brilliant idea.
What is Ted's brilliant idea?
In his best impression of Sathar's own voice in common, he's gonna message into Sathar's head. You know, we've done good work tonight.
Roll
We should go
performance for
party
me.
on the town.
Roll performance for me.
Trying to make him think it's one of his stray thoughts.
And roll insight for me, Sathar. You
Fuck.
can roll it at disadvantage if it fits. If you think it fits the moment.
Well, I know one thing that
Your internal monologue is in Infernal. Yeah.
well, that, but there's also one question that he'd ask him, quote, himself, which I don't think you'd be able to answer. And if you could answer, that'd be terrifying.
I mean,
I
I
don't-
would hear your internal response to yourself because you're
Oh,
replying to me.
Just roll me insight regularly, Sathar. Just
Uh,
to see if you crit
sorry.
fail.
yeah. Oh, did he crit fail?
No.
No.
But you believe it.
He's gonna respond and go, "We always do," as he's like swiping against his arm, and then stand up and go, say out loud in Infernal, respond, "Yes. Food, drinks, drop these 3 off. Are you guys magical? Well, I know you are." He's gonna point to the red one. What about you two?
They're gonna look at you like you're an idiot.
That's fine. He's gonna stop and go, "Zigzag? Are they
Zigzag.
magical?"
Can I hold on, just so if I look at them, will they just still not say anything?
Well, you've watched both of them use magic in front of you.
All right, then yeah, I'll just nod and like give a slight nod in between my blows.
I'll look at Sathar. I'll look at Malum. We should probably just kill him and take a nap.
Nah. If we turn them in, it'll be better for us. Trust me. And he's gonna say and go,
Then we need to tell the Institute that they are Grung impersonating Vrung.
Thar's gonna narrow his eyes and then turn and look at Ridley and say, there's a difference?
Yes, there is.
Huh. Thought frogs were frogs. Anyways.
Subtle racism intensifies.
Can we knock them unconscious? I don't feel like they're gonna go willingly.
Oh no, they'll 100% go willingly. Charm
Cool.
person, second level, they can understand me.
No, hold on. Before you do that, can I just like pop rage, and then grapple the blue one and start beating the shit out of him too?
Sure. Roll. Give me a strength check.
Nah. Here. Wait. Give me a second.
All right. Waiting on that roll to come in. Yeah, you managed to just grab him, and now you're just beating the shit out of both of them.
Nice. Okay, you can charm him now if you'd like.
Yeah, the one that is now not having the shit beat out of it is charmed.
I tell before I cast charm, because I'm gonna cast it at second level so I can hit all three of them.
Are you gonna tell him to stop hitting him?
I'm gonna tell them to stop hitting them so I can charm them so they'll do what we say.
Jigsaw, you just went into a rage. Does that work for you?
I'm gonna say that I hear it. I keep punching them for the rest of the rage and then back off once my rage ends.
Okay. So he looks up at you kind of angrily and then just continues to beat the shit out of them for another minute and then stands up and just brushes himself off.
Okay.
And then you can cast your... Then you can cast your charm. And all three of them failed their save.
I can apparently only get 2 of them, so I'll cast one at
Well, is it concentration?
second level. It's not concentration, though, and then I'll cast again at first level.
Okay.
To hit all 3 of them.
Okay. They are now charmed.
Come on, guys, we got a party we gotta get to. And I'm just gonna Pied Piper these fuckers wherever the Rakshasa is taking us.
All right. Are you leading them to the Institute? Sothar?
Yes.
So you
Says
guys...
you have to be a bard to influence people and make friends.
You guys step out from the castle and you look across the city and you see that even though it is night and raining, you can still see like faint glowing and smoke. And then across the city, you see flashes of light coming from within the Institute.
Maybe we should just leave town.
And that's where we're going to end our session.
Well, we might have to kill some Vrung next session.
3 POWs.
Just carry them with us wherever we go.
All right. Well, everybody...
No, we'll keep them as prisoners. I'll cast charm on them every day for a year and a day.
I'll make a backpack.
No,
Where
all
each
we
of
have to
us
do...
holds one of them, and
They're,
it's just a puncturing bag for the little frogman. Gets his
they're-
practice in every day.
they're
And what,
mages.
gotta,
All we
feed
have
them,
to
like,
do
a
is...
few bugs. Easy.
I agree. Backpack, they're mages, though, so all we have to do is sew their mouths shut, and then they're not really a threat to us.
Yeah. Well,
that's
we gotta put
not-
like either buttons or like zippers or something so we can feed them.
That's true. That's true.
I lace my fingers together and close my mouth. And cast. I'll burn sorcery points to get.
Well,
I
the
can't
session's
be
already
burning
over,
spell
Dave.
slots.
Yeah, the
What?
session's done.
Session's over already.
Yeah, I know, and I can't be burning spell slots. We need a long rest, guys.
Well, yeah, we just found out that the city's burning. Well, not the city, the institute.
No, the whole city.
No, there's parts of the city that are burning, and then there's clearly a battle happening at the Institute. But thank you everybody for coming to No More Light episode 2. I appreciate everybody being here, and I hope the players and the audience had a good time. Long Zombo combat. But I'd like to thank our players, and I just dropped their socials in. We have Sithar, played by. Also, if you guys have anything to plug, do it now.
The Mighty Orion. Currently nothing to plug. I'd have something coming up here in a couple weeks, but we'll see about that. But yeah, it's been fun.
We have Ridley Monroe, played by.
It's me. I don't have anything to plug.
We have Isaac, played by. We have
Isaac,
Dr.
played
Malum.
by Professor
No,
Malum.
yes. We have Isaac, played by Professor Malum.
It is me, the evil professor. I shall take over the mortal world.
We have Jigsaw, played by.
Croaky.
It's me, the Dingo Dongo. I have nothing to plug, but you can fax me at. No, I'm just kidding.
And
Can
we
you
have,
please open a fax line?
And we have Ted the Undead, played by.
Hi, I'm Dave. Dave Loves Up. You can check me out on Twitch, TikTok, YouTube. YouTube channel's currently undergoing maintenance, so there hasn't been anything there in a while. And if you want more D&D content, I actually stream a game that I run on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Central. So
Go give them a follow. They're all great. Until next time, everyone. We are back for only a couple weeks, and then Christmas and etc., etc., and then we'll probably pause until the new year. But coming up later this week and early next week, on Sunday we have Bits, Crits, and Halfwits. We are back with some cow time. On Monday we have The Long Night, the good part of the Duality campaign. And on Tuesday next week, we have another episode of No More Light, so be sure to tune in. But until then, we are going to raid. Let me find some. You know what? We're going to raid these people because I just like the name of their episode, because their campaign is called Chulta Personality. And I appreciate a good D&D meme.
Yeah, fair enough.
So we are going to raid Burnout Vaughn. And until next time, stay cool, stay in school, stay techno. We'll catch you then.
Refined but brutal. Civilized but merciless.
Welcome to the club.
Come on. The King's Man.
It's good, though.
Yes, very. Rated R. Tickets on sale now.
Oh. Wick, you get the best sense out of this. When she sends a statue, she points off towards straight west. A bunch of people with wooden masks off that way. And she points to the northeast.